Yes, people, welcome to another edition of From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I'm joined by my two regular co-hosts, JV and Stro. Stro, we'll start with you. How you doing? Minus Liverpool, how are you doing in life? You know what I'm saying? Are you good? Like, we're gonna get to Liverpool.
Wait, hold on.
But how you doing?
When in the whole time we've done From a Third Eye View, have you ever started with me?
Right, I just decided never.
No?
Like, can't we switch it up? You know what I'm saying? And that. Why can't we?
Because I know there's intentions.
What is
behind
the intention in that? Innit? I'm just like, yo, maybe if Klopp switched it up, you pick up a win at home. You get what I'm saying? And
that's
what
I'm
it
gonna
is.
stop talking until the topics come up.
I'm just asking you.
Nope.
See these people. You see what I have to deal with?
Nope.
How my reputation has been
What
slandered.
do you mean? What you have to deal with? You just switched it up because you're trying to be funny.
Actually,
go to Vils first, and then come on to me. Do it the proper way.
Because I didn't want to depress you from the start. So that's why I said, minus the football, are you good? Because that's what I've been saying a lot myself when I've been on shows and people have been asking me, yo, Flawless, how you doing? And I always say, minus the football, I am great in regards to Manchester United. So I took out the Liverpool side. I want to know how you're doing, Stro, the person in it, not Stro, the Liverpool fan. But we'll go to JV since Stro is unhappy and giving me evils in the studio. JV, sorry. How you doing? Everything good?
Well, go on. I'm very good, I'm very good.
Energy.
Energy. Yeah, I'm good, man.
Energy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We'll get to the comments as well.
Comments popping and that. Yeah, I'm good, man. Just want to say big up everyone in the comments. Glad to have Stro back again.
Yeah,
you know
and
what
that's
I'm
why
saying?
I started with him also, because it's good to have him back. I've missed him. It's not the same, innit?
Yeah, it's not.
And the trio's not the trio without you. That is just the duo. You know what I'm saying? Now you're back. You get me? I'm saying it's good to have you back, Stro. So, Stro, moving on to you. How you doing? Everything good?
Anyway, moving on. We'll start talking football.
This guy's not answered the question. Before we do start talking football, big up to everybody who is locked in. Big up Faris, who was in the comments early. If you're watching on YouTube, you already know what to do. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share it across all the socials. You have to hit the like if you're watching on YouTube. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. And when you subscribe to Pi Radio, hit the notification bell. If you're listening via more traditional radio means, we appreciate it. So DAB, you could be driving, you could be at work. You could be at home listening to it, whichever. And also on Twitter and Facebook, you know what to do. Retweet the tweet, like the tweet. Make sure you follow From a Third Eye View on Twitter also. And all three of our Twitter @ are in the tweet also. Facebook, I can see you've already done that. Like it and make sure you share it across the socials. But all right, Stro, since you want to get straight to the football, what results do you want to start with? Because obviously there were some midweek games as well. But where do you want to start?
The result of the weekend. Manchester derby.
Oh, is that what you want to start? Okay, you want to go there? All right, then we'll go there. Okay, we'll go there. But before we do, big up Faris, who was here early, and he said, my brothers, them, special shout out to Stro. How you been doing, man? Hope everything is well. See, when he asks you how he's doing, he don't get no criticism. But
yeah, because he doesn't start off by going to Vils first and then trying to twist it up and go to me just because you're in a funny mood.
I missed this show, but the last time I watched a game of football was approximately 4 months ago. Yeah, man, big up. You'll hear everything Faris for everything you're asking. Big up Josh also, who says big up fellas, and he says shout out to Faris, big up to you. But all right, we'll start the Manchester derby. Shock result of the weekend. Manchester City 0, Manchester United 2. And I say shock result, but we're going to get into that. But Stro, as the only non-Manchester United fan here, I'll let you give us your thoughts on it.
I don't think it was a shock result.
Okay.
I think that result's been coming. And what I mean by that is how can I put it? There was signs in the game at Anfield when City came to us. We're not good enough this season for a list of reasons.
Okay.
But for the first, until Alisson's mistake, that game could have gone to us and we easily could have picked up 3 points until Alisson made the double mistake and then the game was past us.
Yeah.
City have this thing where they don't like it if a team will push to the halfway line. And you look at the game yesterday, it's the first time I've seen United really be aggressive in terms of pressing high, but holding the high line onto the halfway line. And what does that do? It prevents the likes of, let me just name these players. Bernardo Silva, Foden, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Raheem Sterling to an extent, Jesus who can come deep, Aguero who can come deep. They all can operate in pockets of space. When you push that high, you're not giving De Bruyne time and space. And look at the game that he had yesterday.
He wasn't good yesterday.
One of the worst games that he's had.
I want to get onto that. Just a quick one. I want to get onto how when De Bruyne has a quiet game, you never hear a peep out of it. Do you get what I mean?
Yep.
Like never, like really never.
He's never questioned.
Not even began to cross people's minds.
It's only social media that do it.
Even on the socials, he's not being questioned. No.
You know what that is? Part of that is, and this is no disrespect to them because it's Manchester City.
Yeah.
That adds into part of it. And that's the reason why it works both ways. There's a reason why their better players don't get the respect they deserve. There's a reason why if Aguero has them numbers for a Manchester United or Liverpool, we're having a completely different conversation about him. And I don't mean me and you.
We're calling him the great.
Yes. But because he plays for Manchester City, it's kind of lowered it a little bit, which is not fair. But then when they have a great game, when De Bruyne has a poor game, because it's De Bruyne and it's for if that's De Bruyne playing for Liverpool, different conversation.
But that's the point I was about to make. Here's the perfect example. Manchester City's title defense the season before.
Yeah.
20 odd points behind by this stage.
Yes.
We're 19 points behind. Considering the injuries and everything that we've been through, what's the one thing that's the difference? Manchester City was never talked about as this is the worst title defense ever. But because it's Liverpool, everyone wants to hype it up. Do you know what I mean? They have exactly the same title defense. One of them has had a bag full of injuries, but we've still not been good enough, which we're going to touch upon when we come on to Liverpool in a minute, because I've got a lot of clips for a lot of people in that team. But Manchester City's defence were further behind and they only lost Laporte.
Do you know what it is? It's mad, you know. You know why it's so mad? And this is actually credit to Liverpool. Because we're talking about it being similar. But do you know why it doesn't? Here's the funny thing. You know why it doesn't get brought up too much?
Go on.
Number one, yeah, because City don't have a lot of fan base, so you'll be speaking to no one in essence. But it's also the fact that City was still second. Yeah. So because City was second, but they were still 20 points behind, the new football thing is I call it it's like a backwards eye test. You look for the obvious things. Yeah, but we're second now. You know what I mean? Man, we're second. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, but you know what I mean? But you're doing terrible. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So whereas someone could point out, the fact that Liverpool are so low in the table, but the fact that they're so low in the table, and the gap in points is the same gap in points which it was from first to second, shows actually how good Liverpool were. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So if anything, what everyone's doing, probably not even trying to, is actually bigging up Liverpool more. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get your point.
Because for me, I always look at the points as well. Don't get me wrong. I look at the points total, but if the position is kind of not ultimately, but the position, it is. The position is ultimately what matters in the end. In the end, that is the key to what I'm saying in this sentence. The table position is what matters in the end. But for me, when I'm looking at United this year, or I'm looking at other teams, and I'm looking at the top of the table, and I'm like, everyone's gone Marco. Do you get what I'm saying? Because really, when I'm deep in it, someone even said it. Like the United points total, what we got now is we had this points total in all these Mourinho years, Van Gaal years, when you know what I'm saying?
You got a point.
And
got a point.
Yeah, this points total seems to have took us second this year, but this type of points could have got you 6 or something or whatever, 5th, blah blah blah.
And this is why context matters in these type of things.
Yes, do you get what I'm saying? So for me, it's kind of like, as much as people think teams are having good seasons, they're not. And it's a bit of a weird thing, because why is it now that, do you remember when it was classic top 4? So say Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, United. Yeah. And I say classic because that's, for me, that is the beginning of the top 4. Because before that, I'd say it was just United, Arsenal. You know what I mean? For many years, for many a year. But when you look at the original top 4, they would have not matching seasons, but no one would ever be, in terms of playing against each other and results against the rest of the table, they'd be pretty much the same. Even if someone was to take the lead, they could still be stopped. So like, I don't know, say like that Liverpool season where they've won the league, if that's an old season, everyone actually probably, say half of the top teams probably still beat them. Do you get what I mean? Get good results against them. And do you get what I mean? So that the season looks a bit different. But for some reason, recently, it almost seems like whoever gets it first just runs away with it. There's not a sustained.
There's no fight.
There's no fight from no one.
There hasn't been the past 2
no
seasons.
one. Yeah, no one. It's almost like, and I find this weird, especially from City, and I find this weird from Liverpool because it's took you so long to get it. Why are you not like fighting tooth and nail? I know you've got a lot of injuries and all that, but for me,
you know why? Because I've said this before. I'll say this again. It's easier to be hunting than it is to be the hunted, and it's harder to be hungry on a full stomach. They've been to the mountaintop, and that's not a shot at Klopp, because I reckon Liverpool will be back. I was saying this, big up to James. I was saying this on their pod, on his show today, that I believe Liverpool will be back, but it's harder to be hungry on a full stomach. And that's just your mentality. Like, some people are subconsciously might be content with winning 2 Premier Leagues in 3 years. Some people want 10. Some people are. People's drive for success is different, and you find out people's drive for success, especially when they're successful. How much more do you want to go? How driven are you? This is why you see you've seen players or managers be successful and then never again.
And this is that's exactly what the point I'm starting to think about this Liverpool team. It's kind of like when I look at them and I look at Van Dijk, and he to me, not even in terms of player, but he to me looks like a proper sportsman where he has a winning mentality. He wants to win. He will do everything he needs to do on a pitch to win. He will do everything he needs to do on a training ground to win. And he has the talent to match it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because there's some people, I feel like Henderson has that exact same thing. He's just not got that talent.
Right.
Do you get where I'm coming from?
Talking about mindset, and that comes into it, mentality, because Keane said something interesting about when Liverpool won the league, and he said, and Shaw will be able to correct me if I'm wrong with this, about the managers and the players. Nobody spoke about going again.
This is exactly.
This is why I turned off Harry Maguire when after he did the interview against the West Brom game, and he's like, "We're not going to come to West Brom and create many chances." I'm like,
"Yeah, you see, and
that's worse than what he did on the pitch to me, because I'm like, West Brom have conceded the most goals at home in the league. They're 19th. So if you're not going to go to the 19th place team in the league and create chances, where are we going to create many chances?"
But here's the thing, you see. People will look at Van Dijk, and say, "Oh, he's not played for many big teams before the Celtic move."
Yeah.
But so you see, if you can look at Maguire's career and Van Dijk's career, in terms of stature of club, they're probably pretty similar until Van Dijk reaches Celtic.
Right.
Yeah. So what will probably happen here is Van Dijk has his own personal winning mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah. He then gets to a Celtic. He becomes a serial winner.
Right.
So now winning is like eating cornflakes in the morning. Do you understand? It's a part of the day.
It's a part of the routine.
Yeah, it's
winning.
routine.
Yes, yeah.
So then he goes there, and Maguire's probably still, Hull and these places and rare. So he's never developed a winning mentality. Yeah. Even at Leicester, the height of his career. Yeah. He's not developing a winning mentality. He's not a winner.
Yeah. Because you can have, like you said, you can have a winner's mentality, but just not be in a winner's team. But you can still strive for success.
Yes.
Regardless of, even if you could be in the team that's 10th in the league.
This is what
you
I'm
could
saying.
be Arsenal, but you can still have a winner's mentality in that team.
That's why you always get these small players who you can pluck from a small team and take them to a big team, and they will develop.
They fit in.
They fit in because they've got their own personal one.
Whereas Andy Robertson's the prime example.
Yeah. Whereas I don't think,
and that's somebody to and I'm not defending Maguire here, but was Andy Robertson a part of that team that got relegated?
He was with him.
Yeah.
He was with him.
This myth where people are like, I know Maguire's been relegated for, but I'm just saying this myth that as soon as you get relegated, you're no good. Like Robertson,
Ronaldo got relegated. Shaqiri got relegated.
It's a prime example.
Andy Robertson got relegated.
Yeah. Klopp, who is one of the best, he got relegated, and he's one of the best managers in Europe. You know what I'm saying? This guy has won literally. He's won everything. He won back-to-back Bundesligas, which I figured out the other week when we was having a conversation. Yeah. I thought it was just one. I'm like, that's impressive. And then, that's very impressive.
So here's the thing where I'm going with this. You see, this is what I think the problem is now in this Liverpool team. As much as...
Since we're talking about it, we'll go to that result. And
as much as...
We'll switch back to the derby.
I'd say Van Dijk in that team is the fully fit team squad. I'd say probably Van Dijk and Alisson. I feel those vibes from. Yeah. Like how can I put it to you? Oh, no, sorry. in terms of the leader one as well, I feel Henderson is probably the only one. Henderson and Van Dijk would have probably been the only ones who would have been able to do what Roy Keane was saying and say, right, yeah, lads, nice party, right, put that beer down onto the next one. Yeah. But I think they were so elated with what they've done, which is class. It's ultimately is.
You understand? The thing is, that's why I said it's not a criticism of them for not being able. I can't criticize you for that because you've worked this hard to get to the mountaintop and you've got there.
And I can't criticize you for being like that at that time.
Yes.
So like when it was like a day after, a week after, live it, soak it up.
Yeah.
But my thing with them is when this season started, it almost looked to me like you just think everyone is now going to
just roll over.
Still, not even roll over, but you know that still, roll over because they still fear him.
Yeah.
But what I think this Liverpool team hasn't realised is that once you are champions,
you're the team to beat.
This is now. No. This is where the hard work starts. It might have been hard to get there, but it's almost like they got to the top of the mountain. These men were happy to get to the top of the mountain. And then the fog moved and there was another peak. Do you understand?
I get your point.
That other peak is now retaining.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they tried to climb that ice. Boom. They slip on the ice, man, get injured. You get what I'm saying?
I get your
Boom.
point.
Half the team's out. You know what I'm saying? It's now a rescue mission. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's where their season's gone. It's gone from going for the glory. It's now a rescue mission. We now have to save face.
Yeah.
We have to make top 4. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Because for me, and this is one thing, this is where, see, at first, you know, when the all worst title defense ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, that's a bit harsh. But you know why it is now in my eyes?
Yeah.
Because people say, oh, Chelsea. Blah, blah, blah. No one was saying that's the best. No one was saying that Chelsea team's the best Premier League team ever.
Facts.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that is where I think Liverpool have come undone. I don't even, as much as what's happened this season on the pitch, I think a lot of what's been a big problem for them and has made them come undone is the fact that no one's gone, enjoy this, lads, and tomorrow, let's get back to seriousness. Yeah. I just feel like they partied for too long. I feel like it was too enjoyed. Like Keane said, it's true. How many times did, there's certain players when United winning it, winning the league, a certain man would go, and there'd be man in the middle, with all the trophies, and there'd be a guy in the end like that. And you can just see them, and they're nodding along.
They're enjoying it, but
they're not fully in it. Yes, that is. You need at least, I feel, 5 to 10 of those people in your squad.
Right?
Do you get what I'm saying? To just bring man back down to earth rapid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because that is where you build greatness. For me, it's not once you get to the mountaintop, because no one, as much as Blackburn won the league, who remembers that now? Who can you tell me bits of that season? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No one remembers that because it wasn't done again. Do you understand?
Yeah, your point. It's only Blackburn fans and people who haven't remembered.
How many teams have won the FA Cup down? Portsmouth only won it a few years ago.
Yeah,
how much did that matter for them? None, because they were in administration not long after. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, your point.
You have to, once you get to being great, you have to continue that.
Yeah, the strive for greatness never stops.
Yes, you don't, like, for me, like, I don't feel like I could be wrong. I don't know this, but I don't feel like they have someone like a Ronaldo who's staying for 2 hours. Or who's at training early and leaves late. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
I don't feel like they have them type of, like those people who are gonna. You know what I'm basically trying to say? They like it when it's all nice and pretty. It's all pretty. It's nice. You win in the league at a canter. You know what I mean? The hard work, for me, they're proving of themselves as a truly great Premier League team was this season.
To see,
yes, because. What we're not understanding is Leicester have won it in the past few years. That Leicester win, as good as it was, it took a bit of shine off it. It took a bit of shine off the achievement. Because it's like, Leicester won the league, bro. Like, when you really, let's sit down and deep this. Leicester won the Premier League when everyone else was still about. It's not like Leicester won the Premier League and, I don't know, there was a match fixing scandal and Man United got relegated and you know what I'm saying, and Liverpool got relegated. Like Juventus few years back. Nothing like that happened. Leicester won the league where everyone else was still about. Everyone else was about.
I get your point.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as much as man want to say this was the greatest Liverpool team of all time, maybe the same way we're saying the 80 mil Maguire thing's not his fault, maybe that's not their fault. Because
Well, see,
maybe
yo,
maybe they weren't the best one of all time.
So JV makes a lot of interesting points. So your thought, obviously we're going to get to the game. But
So-
this is from a fair view, but your thoughts on
I heard Roy Keane say
what
what he
JV
said,
said. Yeah.
which is nonsense.
All right, go
And
on.
I'll tell you why it's nonsense.
Go on.
If we started the season
Yeah.
like the way we're playing now,
Yeah.
I fully agree.
Okay.
We were top at Christmas.
All right.
So therefore, the hunger's still there because we were top by 5 points at Christmas.
Mm.
What then happened? So specifically,
Go on,
from
tell us,
December
run it down.
16th,
Mhm.
specifically, to when we got beat by Burnley at home, right?
Yeah.
Is Fabinho gets injured, who is the centre-back. He then comes back. He's then partnered by Reece Williams at Tottenham, and we won 2-1 at that game. And at that point, Tottenham were flying. Since then, they went downhill, and then they've started to pick themselves back up now that Mourinho started to play more attacking players, right? We were top at Christmas. We played Leicester, beat Leicester. Go into January. Once again, Henderson's injured. Once again, no centre-backs are available. We're playing Nat Phillips. And the issue Liverpool had at that point was, if there was any real ambition shown by the owners, you go and get a centre-back straight away. You don't leave Kabak and Davis until the last day on the January window.
Right.
For a team that's meant to be defending the title, for a team that was top at Christmas, it's not good enough. At no point is that good enough. We then played you at home early in January. Henderson and Fabinho at centre-back.
Yeah.
There are two centre midfielders. Why are they at centre-back? Because there's no ambition shown by the owners at this point, because they've seen Klopp work wonders. They think he can work wonders with this. It's not working.
Right.
It's not, because we are so... It's getting to the point now where our centre-backs are injured. We're then bringing people in to go centre-back. They're getting injured. Then we're having to rely on reserves coming in, and they're getting injured. And it's like... And this isn't an excuse. This is, to me, this is a easy fix. If you go out the 1st of January, you show ambition that we want to retain the title. Because we were in a position where we still could have.
Because you were top by Christmas.
Because City at this point weren't flying at the point that they were. City were just starting to pick up steam.
Yeah, it took a while to get going. I think it's just the manner in which it's happened. But the talent is still there.
No, but I'll tell you why. So, once, and like I said, I genuinely, hand on heart, believed this at the time, and I still believe it now. If Manchester United shown ambition in that second half, because we were there for the taking.
Definitely.
Burnley proved it the week after.
Definitely.
We were there for the taking. What's more of a psychological blow? Losing to Burnley or Brighton, whoever it was who got rid of I think it was Burnley. Yeah, it was. So losing to Burnley or losing to one of your biggest rivals historically and getting rid of that stronghold, that Anfield, the aura, we don't lose at Anfield. Mane never lost a Premier League, never lost a league game at Anfield in the time that he joined us. Same with Van Dijk, same with Salah. So what deals you a bigger psychological blow? It's losing to Manchester United. We don't go on to the Burnley game, right? This is the biggest issue. The defense is what it is. We've had bad defenses before. The midfield is now the biggest issue that Liverpool have. It's shown in this game against Fulham. It's shown against Manchester City. It's shown against Manchester United. It's shown against Brighton. It's shown against all the teams that we've dropped points in the games that we've lost. And I'll tell you why. You look at Mane. He's not having a good season. He's not. And I'm going to come on to him in a minute because I've got a real issue with Mane in a minute. You come on to Firmino, also not having a good season. Mo Salah is the only one that he's still the top goal scorer in the Premier League. How I will never know. But
I'll just say this: Salah and Bruno are two of the same.
Yeah,
they can have a terrible match and be not even score. They will be the match winner.
Yeah.
They will have a bad 90 minutes and they will have 2 or 3 moments and they could still come away with. Tell me a lot of players who can be terrible and come away with a goal and an assist.
Yeah, you got a point.
What I'm saying?
I've said this. Bruno is inevitable.
So just quickly before we go on to the Fulham,
to the actual game. Yeah,
there's a recurring theme in our game specifically where Thiago is there to dictate the pace of a game. Right? I've heard Henderson when he was playing at centre back screaming at the midfield to quicken it up, because, for example, you've got a team that's set in a formation which Teams against Liverpool will sit back. Teams against you will now sit back. Same with Manchester City. Difference is you are moving the ball quicker because you've got a Bruno Fernandes, you've got a Pogba. But you know what I mean? Is you automatically you're thinking you move the ball quick. So you look at our midfield. Thiago is pinging the ball into Wijnaldum. All he's got to do is then move it on quickly to Trent, who's in a position where he can pick up space into Firmino's feet, into Salah's feet, into Mane's feet, into Robertson's feet. Yeah. Because what that does is once you move the ball quickly, you then disrupt the system of the defending team. So you will move someone out of position, which will then create a space for a Mane, which will then create a space for... So when you see Liverpool playing a high line, the reason why we do that is, one, we pin teams back, but secondly, because we win the ball up high. But secondly, when we do win the ball up high, is we move the ball that quick, and everyone's talking about the intensity. That's the only thing I agreed with Roy Keane at the weekend, was when he was talking about the intensity of the play. That's lacking because the midfield is too slow. Because it's like, I watched this game specifically, and I've watched every other game so much, but then I've gone back and I've watched it again, and I've watched clips. I've lost count how many times I've seen, and this isn't just Wijnaldum, every midfielder has been guilty of it. Curtis Jones, and he's young and he's still learning. On the ball. Far too many touches, to the point where the ball's there. You will go that way, and then you'll turn out and you'll go that way. Or you'll turn out and you'll go back. Confidence is low. I get that, but
true. Of course, when you're taking that many losses, of course, yes.
But and this is the thing that's bothering me is, yes, the defense is a shambles. I mean, look at the defense we had to play. That Robertson, Reece Williams, Nat Phillips, Nico Williams.
Yeah, it's not the best still. But Trent was on the bench, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because and the reason why is because he's far too overplayed. Because we've not had anyone that can finger for him.
Oh, 1 second, just let me interject there on that statement.
Oh yeah, I know exactly where you're going to go.
Very statement. This is why I'm blaming Klopp for this season. The fact that it's like 2 or 3. No, I don't even think it's 3. I think it's 2 players difference from when you was in that Champions League final. And I really think, as good as they were in those 2-3 years, you've basically like squeezed about 6 years of football out of man in about 3 years. You get what I'm saying? They've not had a break.
I get your point.
Like, I think there was the one in between one of these. Weren't there a season where Mane literally went and left the season finished. He did an international tournament and he went straight back. He had probably like a week or 2. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get your point.
So, as much as these man have been injury problems have been the problem, I think a lot of this comes from Klopp. There's too many times these man played pointless matches. There's too many times.
We've seen that with the Jota injury.
Yeah, even like, you know what it is? It's the drop off in quality as well. That should have been something that should have been dealt with. There's no way you can look at Origi. Like,
that's the point that I'm trying to make.
Yeah, you said
the drop off specifically. So, but once again, that's not Klopp. That's the board, and he's shown that in January
when he didn't go and get a centre back on needle. How you say you was complaining about not getting a centre back?
So how? When Van Dijk, but then I seen Fabinho's performance as a centre back, and then you can't argue that it does kind of make sense. But especially when you've got Henderson in there, that's not an issue. When you're then having to play Henderson at centre back, there's a real issue because the midfield lacks. The midfield's got no intensity, and it's shown that in the past 6 games. And this is my issue: when you lose Van Dijk to Everton, a centre back becomes a necessity. When you lose Gomez 2 weeks later, for the season as well, the 2 starting centre-backs,
you don't get another one.
January 1st has to be a centre-backs coming in. Yeah. None of that shown by the board. No ambition whatsoever because they think that Klopp can work wonders. He can't. He's having to play Reece Williams, who was on loan to a conference team the season before, at home in a vital, at this point, was a title game against Tottenham. That's not good enough. Henderson at centre-back to Manchester United, our biggest rival, at home, when we could have clawed the gap to first, we could have overtook you to second. That's not good enough. The board have let Liverpool fans down this season. They've let Liverpool down this season, but Klopp is not revert from criticism. He never should have played Jota in that game in the Champions League because that's something that we've missed specifically. Firmino, look what happened when he had Jota. He started to pick his performances up. And then look what happened. Jota's now injured and now he's absolutely gone nowhere again. But it's like, if you just look, if you just look at this still, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, look at this.
Man, are perfectly in between all the
channels. Why is it? So for those that can't see you when watching this, there's still 6 seconds in on the Sky Sports.
And this is my issue.
And you see,
so you see the fullback.
You see the Fulham fullback has the ball and is literally a Fulham attacker in between the 2 centre-backs and then one in between the right-sided centre-back and the right-back, and also the left-sided centre-back and the left-back.
Because what cuts that out?
Defensive midfielder and organisation too.
Proper centre-backs, but what also cuts that out?
Holding midfielders should be in there. Shielding.
So where's the midfield cutting that ball out? It's a simple ball.
1 sec as well. What's that midfield actually doing? Look at that shape. What is that
exactly
shape?
my point.
I don't know if they're gonna cut. Well, let's roll this back and then we're gonna find out because they see exactly what happened.
You know what? One thing I will say, which was I think is the most worrying thing about this game, is this is
that's a
like
good chance.
the chance. Nah, honestly, did you watch this game, bro?
Yeah, I did watch it.
The
Not
chances,
in full, but I did watch it.
You see, when I was watching this, I was like, yo, if this is like City or someone, or this is champion, yo, they're like 4-0 down by 30 minutes. These weren't like half chances.
Clear cut.
These are clear cut.
Like that one that was just missed is a clear cut chance.
Look.
That's a good chance.
Look, they're chances.
Right, so,
that's a good chance as well.
Because there's two things which are happening, right? If you go back to the first cross, Milner doesn't do enough to prevent the cross.
Yeah.
That one then, whoever's defending it might have been Jota, does not do enough to prevent the cross.
You know what? One thing I will say as well, sorry, just to cut you. I did not know Reece Williams was at a conference level the season before. That is absolutely criminal to think you can play him. Like, I remember when United had a centre-back injured. I can't remember who it was or whoever got injured. But I think, remember we went and got Laurent Blanc?
Yeah, I remember.
For me, what's going on here at Liverpool? They're screaming out an experience. Even if you go and get someone
who's a bit over the hill.
He's a bit over the hill, yeah. Like, a 32-year-old centre-back.
What Leicester did with Johnny Evans.
Yeah, a 32-year-old centre-back.
A seasoned vet.
Yeah, is going to be a million times better than a kid who's what first team experience is conference.
Salah getting rubbed on the edge of the box as well.
Yeah, right. But
I love to see it as a United fan.
To talk about the Reece Williams thing, right?
That's mad. That don't even make sense.
We got Ben Davis and Cal back in.
Yeah.
Right. Ben Davis then gets injured, so that's why
he's not young as well, though.
Yeah, he's 25.
I don't get it.
Right. So no, but he's one where we've looked at him and he's got real potential. He is a Rolls Royce. Even though he was in a championship, he is a quality centre back. But he then picks up injuries. That's fine because Kabak's there. Where's Kabak been? Kabak's now injured.
Was Kabak injured now?
See, there's something.
Kabak's injured.
As much as we were praising the Liverpool medical team, something now needs looking into that for me.
That training or something. How come people are speaking of injuries?
No, because we've actually stopped the training methods, which is one having an impact on the results, as you can see, but specifically to try and prevent these injuries. What's happening is because there's been a low finger, how many you've seen it, teams are picking up injuries like you've never seen before. There was a stat Sky Sports did. We've had over players out injured over 1,090 days. The closest one to that was Crystal Palace, which was 820. Then I think it was Leicester. Then it was Leeds. But so coming on to this, right, and everyone that we play at centre back seems to be getting injured, but that doesn't stop this.
Yeah.
What stops this is one.
You just can't get rubbed on the edge of the box.
It's one, communication. Does he know there's a man on his back? I say no.
See, all right then. See, this is how I'm going to say this.
Cool.
Does he know there's a man on his back? No. Does he ever think there's going to be a time in a Premier League match you can take kick-ups and try and control it like that on the edge of your box? So, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for me,
that's a great save.
I'll say one thing about Salah.
Yeah.
He's very lackadaisical. That's just him.
In his approach.
So for me then, you don't have him in a defensive area.
You put him on the halfway line.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but here's the point. If you talk to Liverpool game, or if you talk to Liverpool fans, the reason why, do you remember the conversation last year, who would you rather have, Mane or Salah?
Yeah.
And most Liverpool fans said Mane.
Yeah.
Because the overall impact in the game
is Mane.
Yeah.
Salah would just, like we said, it would just come up with that moment where he'll do nothing all game, but he'll just. So for me, I don't know what he's doing, but it's a great finish by Lamina. Like, don't take anything away from
quality.
It. It's unbelievable.
Quality. You see him. Man after him. I don't know if man after him or Mane. He was at Juventus. When they had, he was at Juve when they had Vidal, Pirlo, Pogba, Marquisio. He was like when he used to play that 5-man midfield. He was like, the replacement.
Was that Joachim clearing that?
No, it's Anderson.
Oh, is that Anderson? All right, okay.
But
wasn't sure.
Right.
Was it who? Sorry,
they didn't show
Joachim
it.
Anderson.
They didn't show it
because Lewis, obviously. Shout out to
Carefree
Lewis, because those that don't know, the reason why I asked that, because he's running with this whole, Danish Maldini. Andreas Christensen. So I was like, Joachim Anderson is the best Danish centre back in West London. So but carry on.
Here's my issue with Mane. Right, 3 times this season, 3 times. Sheffield United, West Ham, and that game. You watched the game, didn't you?
Which one, sir?
Fulham game.
Liverpool. Yeah.
So, Mane gets clipped.
Yeah, last point on it, we'll move on. Go on.
In all the games, all of them are clear cut.
Hmm.
This man refuses to go down to the point where the commentators are even saying, if he goes down, he wins a penalty. That's a problem for me.
I hear that.
And then you've got Salah on the other side, who the slightest will go down.
Yo, he did one out about 2 minutes in.
2 minutes in, when he tried knocking it past the play, and all he did was just.
Yo, I actually thought like, nah, bro, like, come on, like you're damaging your own fortunes here because you're going to get a clear-cut penalty very soon, and you're not going to get it, and it could be absolutely vital, but you're not going to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, how he went down, I was like, yo, bro, like, chill. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like
you know what, and this comes back to the leadership thing. Because for me, how he dived right then, if that's my player, I'm dragging you up and I'm rubbing my knuckles in your back.
He was on the pitch at that point. He was on the pitch at that point.
No,
exactly my point. And that's the issue.
If anything, I think he was probably your senior player on the pitch at that time.
And that's the big thing. But one thing I will say about this game, which showed me real positives, when they brought Fabinho on, because obviously they don't want to bring him back and play him 2 days in a week because he's vital. Do you know what I mean? We're going to need him. When he came on, they put him in centre defensive midfield. You see the difference instantly of us sustaining attacks. Naby Keita, oh my Lord, this guy drives me mad because if he can stay fit, he was our best player.
He was good. Yeah, he was good. Like I said, I didn't watch the game in full.
He was picking the ball up. He was playing 1-2s. He was looking for free balls. He was.
Do you know what he is?
Quickened the pace.
He's the only one out of your midfielders who has a attacking thought. Yeah, you know, like thought, like or some of these other man is not even.
What's going on? No, because even though you say that, it's mad that you say that, and Thiago's in there.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, I hear you. But it's almost like I don't know if this European. I don't know if like going to Germany has made Thiago like. It just seems super defensive. When he was at Barcelona, he looked like he could do some damage going forward. He was more operating edge of the box, edging towards there. I don't know if that whole 6. To me, he just screams a 6.
He's just a 6.
Even though, but he has the ability of a 10. It's weird.
And here's the thing as well with players like that is automatically, because you know that behind you's a mess, you're automatically going to try and overcompensate for behind you.
Yeah.
And that's the issue. And this is why I said if we had even Gomez, a Van Dijk, you see a different Thiago because he will move forward. And this is why I'm saying I'm not bothered about who's centre back at this point. Watching Fabinho at centre defensive mid, we need to do that more often. You play Thiago next to him and Naby Keita next to him. That is a midfield that we need, and that will give the balls into the Manes, and you'll see a different Mane. Forget about Firmino. You will see because it's not now because it's frustrating me at this point. So,
it needs. So it needs to be. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
So
we're part of it.
So then you will see a different front three, and I just hope Firmino starts to hit some form because.
I think you've got to sell him, bro. Not even drop. Now you know what? Drop him because your bench is shocking. But I don't think. For me, I'm done with him. Like I honestly think. I think he's holding you back. There's games this season where I'm watching it and I'm like, yeah, you might need to drop this whole false 9 thing. You need a proper 9. Like you need. For how the team's playing, they just need.
But we seen when Jota was in there how good they look. Still.
Yeah, but it's like the Chelsea game, prime example.
Is that the one where he did that stupid? Where he tried to pass it when he should have
no, that was Sheffield United. Oh, yeah. But the Chelsea game, he comes off, Jota comes on. Within 30 seconds, Jota's in between the lines, made a run, ball played to his chest, and it's nicked off him at the last minute. Otherwise, he scores. Within 30 seconds, you see the impact instantly.
You know what it reminds me of, bro? It reminds me of like trying to play Deco or someone like that up front. I just don't see. He's not. I don't
see the 9.
I don't see not even a 9.
Yeah,
bro.
you said this. You think he's an 8?
I don't see an attacking player in him. He has flair, but this centre mids with flair, bro.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Pogba has flair. Yeah. No one's trying to play Pogba up front.
Hey, don't give Ollie no ideas.
Do you get what I mean? No.
But speaking of that, I get exactly.
That's too attacking for Ollie. You know what I'm saying?
You do him right wing though, but yeah, as we were saying, Manchester City 2-0.
This is the game I wanted to talk about.
Manchester Derby.
This is the game I wanted to talk about.
You know what I'm saying, and Jesus doing up Jesus. This is why I've said this for the longest that this guy is not good, and not just because he give away a penalty. He is the worst attacker, but it is what it is.
I think. Go on.
No, I was going to say.
Yeah, that throws your whole. When you can see the penalty in like the first 30 seconds, it throws your whole game plan out the window. The problem, silly tackle.
The problem that Jesus has in this moment is
he miscontrolled the ball initially as well.
Yeah, so one, he miscontrols the ball, right? He gives away the ball.
Yeah.
He knows he's under a microscope because there's a certain Aguero that's on the bench, and he knows if he doesn't have a good performance, if he's not performing, that he will probably drop for Aguero, and he knows that his City career could potentially be over because they could go out and get another striker, right? Yeah. So he's trying to overcompensate. He's trying to do too much. The fact that he's even in that position trying to make a challenge at that point is because he knows he's made a mistake and he's trying to say, "Look, Pep, I can do that. I can." Yeah.
And here's the thing. Just pause it a sec.
Yeah.
We just seen a last match with a attacking player on the edge of his box, cost his team a goal.
What's
going on with you managers, bro? Put them on the halfway line.
In Pep's defense, that's just Jesus.
I know, but you know what it is? They're not. I say this all the time. Their natural instinct to defend is not going to be correct.
Yeah.
It's not. They're not going to be able to carry it out.
Danny Ings gave away the penalty against Chelsea.
They're not going to be able to because they're not defenders. Do you get what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. If that's all right, then how quickly would Salah control the ball and get off a shot if that's on the edge of the opposition box? Do you understand?
Yeah, he's not getting rubbed like that.
Yeah,
probably
because that's on the edge of his own box. He does. It's just it. What it is with football, with anything in life, it's what you're used to. It's what you constantly do.
Yes.
How many times in a drill and training is Salah in that defensive position? None. How many times is Jesus probably doing that? Not too many. So why then would you want them to do it in the match?
I get your point.
You know, what it is? It's too much of this. Everyone needs to closing down and this and that.
Everyone needs to do everything.
Yeah. This is why I think football's suffering. You know. I think football's suffering in terms of quality because you're trying to make everyone everything player.
Yeah, not everyone's everything player. Yeah. Good penalty, good hand, and Edison almost got to that as well.
I ain't gonna lie, you know when we scored that and then we come across with these attacks, I thought we might have we could have put this game away. We could have seriously.
I mean that from Cancelo's poor, but there was. It's not going to show it on the replay. There was a bit before this where Zinchenko gives the ball away at left back, and you pick it up in a dangerous area 4 or 5 times in the first 10 minutes. Like, genuinely could have been 2 or 3-0. Not even exaggerating.
I get what you're saying.
But because Pep...
He just makes me laugh.
He's laughing at it. Good to see Lindelof flying out for that shot as well. Good stuff. But yeah,
Pep struggled tactically in this game.
And you know what I think it is with him? I think he's you know what it is? He's clearly too stubborn. I don't care. You've got Aguero on the bench.
Yeah, why did he not bring on Aguero?
Come on, man. He's too stubborn because what I think it is, he's probably
That's a great throw by Henderson, by the way, out to Shaw.
And someone made a point of this. That was way too easy for Shaw to get past Cancelo. And look, he's not busting a gut to even get back. Yeah. Sorry, when that's United players, when that's United centre forwards, you're telling me they need to be busting a gut to get back. That's a City right back.
I'm just having a look here. Yeah, let's do this back. Yeah, you got a point still. You have a point. You have a very, 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 very valid point. It's unlucky by Rodri that. That's a great throw that. Because you could easily go around.
That was way too easy, bro.
The way he's breezed past him.
Nah, go back a bit because you can see it from there. Right, so I'll tell you when to pause it. Pause it now. Wait a bit further forward. More. Now. Right, stop there.
Yeah.
So this is the issue specifically, right? If you look at City, defensively, they're in a good shape. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in a good position where if Shaw goes in between the two of them, they can pick it off. Here's the issue. Cancelo overcommits way too much. Because he thinks that the ball's going to go across Luke Shaw and he's going to try and control it. He's going to try and hit it down the line.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw, what he does is, as it's bouncing, he takes the touch inside. At that point, as the touch has gone inside, Cancelo's gone that way. And that's what. And so if you play it on, watch what happens.
It's gone. It's so easy.
Look, Cancelo's gone. And he's too flat-footed at this point.
Look, he's not even getting back. He's not busting a
gut. Yeah, he's jogging still.
And then look, even that's... See, I don't know. Is Rashford entering that type of Bruno thingy realm because
he is in that.
He was non-existent yesterday.
Yeah, but he still got an assist. Yeah.
Rewind it to just before he shoots. No,
here.
No.
Oh, you want the whole thing? Yeah. All right. Sorry, people. I'm still working on this, man. My MNF skills and that soon come.
Because this is a worrying theme because it happened 4 times in this game. Pause it. No, a bit more. No.
Yeah.
Wait a bit more. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people around Luke Shaw.
Yeah, that's mad.
Man, really falling for the thing. He's not Roberto Carlos, fam. Man,
He's Roberto Carlos.
5 people. And the worrying thing is how he actually scores. It goes through someone.
Yeah. You know what the worrying thing is as well, if I'm a manager? I'm looking at there's 5 men around him, but then on the other side, you got a 3-on-1.
Yeah.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Here's the point. You just made a point about Lindelof flying out to the ball.
Yeah.
Who's flying out to that ball to stop it?
That's true. And defensively, they've been very good this season as well. That's the crazy part.
Do you know why, though?
Go on.
And I've always said this about City. City operate in a certain way, yeah, where it does allow for them to just blow away certain teams. Do you get what I mean? But you know, when you actually take it to them in the fight form, they've not got it's not Company centre back and Fernandinho defensive midfield City. They've not got that steel. They've not got the Yaya. They've not got it's not actually. They're more that City team is a European team.
Yeah, because there's no Fernandinho in there either.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yes. You change their kits right now, and they become any other European team. You can't really do that with a lot of Premier League. They still have a Premier League identity. They don't really have a Premier League identity in terms of they're not the biggest. Yeah. They're not the strongest. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. He's going away from those ideals. But what he needs to realize is...
In a derby, you need that.
Not even in a derby. If you're playing in that league, you need to have some of that league's ideals. If I'm playing in Spain, I need to play it certain ways. Do you know what I'm saying? If I'm in Germany, I need to be very methodical in how I approach. And do you get what I'm saying? So in there right now, if that player who's facing up Shaw is and here's where people are going to lose their minds. Yeah. But if that's someone who is from a lower team...
That's Ben Mee.
Ben Mee is Charlie dying Taylor. Right now.
Yeah.
Them man are dying.
Oh, Johnny Evans.
They're pulling a sinew in their neck because they're stretching that much to get the ball. They're actually going to injure them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're putting everything. All right, imagine John Terry there, bro. What was John Terry do there?
Yeah, he's going to try. He's throwing him. He's flying out to try and block.
Flying, Vidic, all these. You know what I'm saying? So that is where he's. As much as these Diaz's and all that are good, you still need to try and.
Would you not say Diaz is in that mold though?
No,
in terms of a defender like that.
He's not that. He's not solid. Okay. He's a European hard man, if that makes sense. Their hard man are not the only one of their hard man who's hard is Ramos. Apart from that, they're not really hard. You know what I'm saying?
I get where you're going.
They're hard in that league. Like PK, I think PK looks solid in it. PK is not hard over here. There's 20 man PK size and stature. Do you get what I'm saying? But in Spain, PK is a giant.
Here's your point.
Do you get what I'm saying?
So 2 points. So
you put PK in a Burnley training session, you struggle.
Go on, Stro. 2
points. Ruben Diaz. There's a lot that's been said this season with regards to the Van Dijk impact, etc., etc. Correct me if I'm wrong. Were we not 7-8 weeks ago saying why are Manchester City playing 2 holding midfielders at home?
Yeah.
That's going to have an impact on your defence, specifically in regards to not conceding goals. Look at the team Van Dijk went into. He had Lovren next to him.
I get your point. Yeah.
So I'm not, and this isn't. I think Ruben Diaz is a top quality defender.
Yeah.
He's not in the company mold. But if you look at the defending there, lo and behold, who struggled in that game yesterday?
Rodri.
And
did you say Diaz?
John Stones.
Yeah, because Stones ain't. I've said this though that Stones isn't the best like that.
But V makes one of the best points you'll hear with regards to Manchester City. Oh. It's not the company Manchester City, and what I mean by that is if you look at Liverpool and our wins over Manchester City in the Champions League in the 4-3 game, if we had a better defense in that 4-3 game, that stays 4-1 and they're annihilated. Champions League, we were 3-0 up within the first 20 minutes. Why? Because straight away we were in their faces. And if you look at all his tactics yesterday, he played Dan James on the right against Zinchenko. That's a mismatch in terms of pace.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they're both inexperienced, but the problem is Zinchenko wants to try and go forward. Yeah. All right, then leave Dan James like that and see what happens. And look what happened. How many times did he pick the ball up and just drive into a space and then pass it on? He was just doing the simple stuff, but it worked.
Yeah, he was, even though I don't rate him, he was the man for the job yesterday. He had
exactly,
a job to do,
and this is what I mean by tactically. Pep was struggling yesterday because you look at Rodri in a game like this, you need someone that's got experience.
I don't know why he didn't play. Was Fernandinho on the bench?
Yeah, you need a Fernandinho.
That's very strange. I don't know why he didn't play Fernandinho, why he didn't play Foden either. Why he went with Jesus.
All right then, bro. I'll tell you now. When Foden came on, I'm scared.
Yeah, because Foden, they looked more potent when he came.
Do you know he come on within the 5 minutes of him coming on? He got off about 2-3 shots.
Yeah, he looked more potent
because he's direct and he does something which.
One thing I would say he needs to stop doing as well is stop playing Sterling against Wan-Bissaka. Just stop.
Look at that.
I get what you're saying.
Look at that. It goes between two of that is awful from Rodri.
Who is that? Rodri and Ruben Diaz.
But this is
what I'm saying about Rodri as well, though.
His left foot out.
This is what I'm saying about these type of man. So that's your all right then. This is how I'm gonna crush it. Hypothetically, yeah. So if you're doing a training drill, or not even you're doing a training drill, if this scenario comes up in a match and someone says to Pep, right, they're going to have a player, he's going to have a shot in your box. Yeah. Which two players do you want to close that down? I put money on it. He literally says, Rodri and Ruben Diaz. Yeah? And because of positionally where they're playing, that is probably their role. Yeah. You probably expect your defensive midfielder to close down shots.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? The same from your centre-back. But what he's not realising is it's all good having them look good in certain situations. Ruben Diaz is a good defender on his feet. Yeah. And this is the problem what we were coming to before about everyone raving over Henderson. It's like, no, what you need to understand is this guy's good at this thing. He's very good at this thing. But when you put him in this scenario, is he as good? I'd say no. Yesterday, I think Ruben Diaz struggled. And what did he struggle against? He struggled against an industrious striker. How many industrious strikers are there now? Not many. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So it just shows certain things about how the game of football is going. Everyone wants to play the same style.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Everyone does want to play the same
and that's
style,
why it's probably easier to win a league nowadays. Because you can get a generic style, which will come undone in certain matches, a la this match.
Yeah.
But will probably be strong enough to win you an overall season.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, just that there. That is their signature goal. Yeah. That's just not their day. That's not their day. That's their signature goal because they've probably scored 20 to 30 of them this season.
Just regular stuff.
Regular, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there's a reason why it wasn't their day. And that's the point that I'm trying to get at. If you go back to that John Stone, if you go back to Luke Shaw's goal, not only is the three of him, all John Stones has to do is stick his left foot out. And he blocks it.
I hear you. Big up Ms. Successful in the building who says, evening all. Sorry if I missed any of the comments. Andrew says, yo, flawless show, JV. This is for you, JV.
Oh, shout out Ms. Successful. Is that the...
Is she a Chelsea fan, if I remember correctly? She said she's a Chelsea fan. Yeah, she did, innit? Rio Mark is not having a Liverpool thing. I don't think Stroll was making excuses. He was just giving his thoughts. But big up to Rio Mark also. But moving on to...
Wycliffe, we can't see a comment.
Who is this?
A blank comment.
Oh yeah, someone dropped. He might have dropped it by accident.
Wycliffe Odiambo.
Yeah. But big up everyone who's locked in. Make sure on YouTube you hit the like button. You already know. Share, subscribe to the channel. All of that good stuff. Moving on to what I seen. You're getting a lot of criticism for it. Yo, the best assist of the weekend in that right foot round the. Who's putting an assist round the corner with their wrong foot? Big up to my like Xhaka in it. You know what I'm saying in that world class assist.
Oh, bro. You know what I did? You know because I was looking at the screen. I was trying to think what match is he on about. I was thinking in my head.
World class assist, but we were just obviously it was this game before we get to the highlights was filled with controversy for many reasons. VAR being VAR, referees being referees, Arsenal making Arsenal mistakes. Yeah. Aubameyang scoring a good goal, even though Pope should do, but to me, Pope should do better with
Aubameyang. You know what I've realised? What's happened to Aubameyang?
Go on, what's happened to Aubameyang?
He's been Arsenal's fan.
You reckon he's been out? He's just been
if he don't go Arsenal, as much as his numbers are still great, his numbers mean nothing. Arsenal have literally Harry Kane, Aubameyang. They've Harry Kane, Aubameyang. You've got all these hella striker numbers, and it means zilch.
In the long term thing.
Yeah, in the long term.
I get what you're saying.
Like, you shouldn't. For me. You shouldn't be able to have a striker who scores 20 plus goals and it doesn't actually get you anything.
Something's gone wrong if that's happened on a regular basis.
Like, don't get me wrong. In all of the time United have been poor, we've not had a striker like that.
Yeah, I get your point. I get your point. It ties up. Pope should do better with that one for me. Good goal, though. But he should do better. Definitely should do better. I watched this game. This was a good game as well.
But this is one thing I'll say about Arsenal. Yeah, like...
Saka's got to score that.
See, just pause that a sec.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm going to get onto you, Arsenal man, right now.
Here we go. This is going to be good.
Yeah. See, you man are moan about VAR, yeah? But it's the fact that why is VAR having to be the deciding factor? You have 11 man out there who you pay to decide matches for you. You do not pay
facts.
VAR. Yeah, you're
Facts.
always moaning about this VAR, but you're
VAR,
generational, my man here. You know what I'm saying?
Generational, my man.
You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Play this.
Yeah, he should score. I'm a big fan of Saka, but yes, you have to
bro,
score
he could.
that.
You know, he could even do it. He could just blast it, bro. He could just ras
More
it.
to the point, he can bend his foot around it.
Yeah,
He
you
can
know,
anything.
I don't know how he's opened up his foot and not killed it.
He could even dummy the keeper and just make the keeper fall and just kick it.
You would
You know what I'm
expect
saying?
that. Definitely.
So it's
from
mad.
him.
So this is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Even this goal, now, play this. Done.
All right, so we're going to get to this. This is very interesting.
So I want to break this down.
Yeah,
we're
break
going to
this,
break
bro.
this down.
Break this.
I just want to salute Xhaka for it. World class.
Right,
I've never seen an assist like this. Wrong foot, round the... Ridiculously good, isn't it?
This don't even make
Pause
sense,
it.
man.
Right, wait. Pause it as he's about to hit it.
All right, okay.
Now.
Yeah.
Bro, you just play that on the floor. You just play that on the floor.
You have
into
so many
space.
different options of what he did.
If you're that prang, just smash it out for a corner, fam.
Right, so number one, I have issue with the goalkeeper giving it him there.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Okay, all right, let's get on to this because
That is a bit mad.
that was an interesting topic. So we'll get on to Leno.
So I have,
Go
because the goalkeeper has the best vision of the entire pitch. He can see everything.
Yeah.
So you can see there's one player there.
Let me roll this back.
There's one player to Xhaka. And then you can see there's the man in the box, right? I understand that Arteta wants you to try and play the ball out as much as you can. Look, there's a triangle of Burnley players there.
Yeah.
Now, if he literally, at this point, fizzes it straight into Xhaka, the reason why Xhaka's so hesitant to play out first play is because the man's not set in that position. He can see that because all he's got to do is in his peripheral just look right, and he can see that the man's not ready.
Yeah.
At that point, you clip the ball into Kieran Tierney.
Okay, that's what you're saying.
And he can head the ball on,
Yeah.
and you can go out on the counter attack. Why are you trying to play it out to Granit Xhaka when, one, he doesn't know what's behind him? So my point with Salah never should have been in that position. But if someone screams at Salah on the edge of the box that there's a man behind him, there's no issue.
I want to see if Xhaka has a look.
Suppose it now. Look, that is a problem. Because if you look at when the ball's played to him, the man's on him straight away. He's not even got time to set. Xhaka doesn't know he's there because the man who's meant to be telling him he's there is playing him the football. That's the problem.
I hear what you're saying, and you make a valid case.
No. I'm going to come on to Xhaka in a second.
Keep going.
Because
so I've got another take on this because I've not been a fan of this for a minute. Used to, and any regular listeners have heard me say this. This playing out from the back is so overrated.
Yeah, no.
When you've not got the actual clientele
flawless. This is my point
of how to do it.
And this is my point. So this is why, and I've just said this. Although Arteta wants you to play out from the back, you have to take lead. You have to take charge in this position. And this is why I said, if you look, you knock it downfield, you will win the ball back. Just do something. Don't play it into because look how close the man is to Xhaka.
Because the man is so by the time Xhaka receives it, let's see. So when Xhaka receives
it's not even that. He's slow at reacting. Yeah. He's slow at playing him the ball, and the pass is slow.
You know what it is? See, here's the thing. Just 1 second. By how slow Xhaka is moving, what does that tell you? He doesn't know there's no one behind him. He's moving that slow because in Xhaka's head right now, in Xhaka's head, he's got the perfect.
See if Xhaka actually sprints. Let's see. Have a look at this again. I'm gonna watch it again. That's what it is because he goes there. He goes. He loves a lot.
Look here now. He's slow here. Do you know what I mean?
It's not even that. He takes a touch because he doesn't think there's anyone behind him. Yeah. He's thinking. There's no way to go through playing at me when I've got a man on my back.
If he thinks there's a man behind his back, you know what he does?
He gets that out first time.
You know what? Yeah, round the corner pass. So you know where it comes to me like and I clip.
But you know what?
And it goes that way or that way.
And I get your point. And could Leno do better? Yes. Is them playing out from the back is overrated because if Leno does go long, a Burnley player wins it, and then Burnley then score, the manager's going. I'm not defending Leno here. The manager's then going to look at him and then go like, "Why? I'm telling you to play out from the back." So it's a catch-22. I put this on the manager for doing it because I've said this before. It's playing out from the back thing. That being said, even with the pass, Xhaka just has to do better because even the pass he tries to make is a simple pass.
No, it's a flawless. So I'm going to come on to that in a second. My issue is this.
Go on.
This is easily preventable.
Oh, definitely.
Right. So Leno can prevent it with regards to just hoofing it long. Leno can prevent it in regards of when you played it. If you go back and you watch how slow Leno is, that one, the touch out of his feet. Second, the passing to him is slow.
Played it to his wrong foot as well.
And he played it to his wrong foot. So and this is my issue,
criminal.
right?
In a tight space, that's criminal.
So listen, we've all played football. We've all played the ball to someone who's got a man in his back. Instantly, you tell him, man on, quick. There's none of that because Xhaka takes a touch. The issue with Xhaka taking the touch is the touch moves it closer, which makes the pass that he tries impossible.
The thing is, I don't even think the pass is him. He should still make that pass.
No, he shouldn't because
you don't think he should make that pass?
No,
I think
it's
I'd
a
make that
ridiculous pass to try and make in that position. Ridiculous pass to try and make.
He shouldn't be in that situation, but to me, he has because he has multiple options. So even when it goes into him before he takes the touch, so if you look, he could play that first time to Luis. As soon as that goes in, wow, right
there.
To me,
that's my point.
To think that over, obviously you don't want your holding midfielder doing that, but that's a pass you should make.
No, couldn't even do that.
Go on.
If the keeper back to the keeper,
if he wanted to,
if the keeper's
and then the keeper goes long,
the keeper just hoofs it.
And no, but so this is my point. So my issues with Leno in the first place, the second Xhaka takes that pass takes that touch, you then can't make the pass that you try to make. You can't. What you have to do is you roll it to down the side of the striker on the floor. So you go out, which then means David Luiz can have to run onto it and he has to clear it first time. Or like you said, you go back to the keeper.
You go back to the keeper, yeah.
You literally, you know what I mean?
You're thinking to decision making.
Poor decision making. And this comes back to the manager. I don't want Xhaka receiving the, but this is that again. That's
if that's a Thomas Partey, fine.
I can't say Arteta's wrong for it because I'm just not a fan of this playing out from the back when you're under pressure. You made a great point about Salah, and this applies to this situation. Where do you think you're playing at Burnley? You're going to receive the ball on the edge of your own box from your goalkeeper and think you have time. Yes, I'm agreeing with you there. Stroll, what you're saying. Leno should tell him, but you should have more awareness. I don't rate Xhaka, but have more awareness of what's around you in that. I play Saturday League. I already said, I tweeted out laughing about it. I play the exact same position. I'm not taking the ball off the goalkeeper there. Are you mad?
Nah,
I ain't taking the ball there. I'm not.
He's asking for it.
Go long.
Because you know how sick it is. All you can do there, you're going to have to do something which will actually put your team under more pressure. Because really and truly, right, if he tries to get it to Luiz, if he tries to get it to Luiz and it don't work, it goes out for a throw-in.
Yes, that's why I'm saying, even the pass he does make, even though I think he should just go back to Leno at that point. If I'm in that, I'm going back to Leno. But he should still make that pass. Because with all that space he's got, he should dink that over the guy.
No, because you can't in that position.
You don't think he can dink it over the guy?
No, and what I mean by that is once he takes the touch, where are you generating the dink? You're not going to.
I think he could have dinked
no, because it's Granit Xhaka we're talking about.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
You got.
I think
Granit Xhaka.
You know what it is as well.
No,
because it's footing.
Yeah, it's because
everything right now. Yeah, it's his weak foot.
And this is my point. It's Granit Xhaka with his weak foot.
His positioning.
We're not talking about Ronaldinho with his weak foot.
Everything there just looks wrong.
We're talking about Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes. Granit Xhaka with his weak foot. There's no way he's going to be able to play that pass. And look what happened. He tried. He couldn't get the height on it, and it's a mess.
Yeah, it was.
Look at that.
Yeah, he could have even whipped it around.
One sec, leave this replay. Leave the replay. My man took the big.
That's mad. Chris Wood. That's a typical Burnley goal to score though.
Burnley.
That is Burnley.
It is, but look.
Yeah, look at the even there. Once even he takes the touch.
What, you know what? Actually, go back. Nah. This is none of Xhaka's fault. I'm gonna crush this one. None of it. The goalkeeper can see everything.
This is what I'm saying.
What's he doing?
Yeah, but even going into him like. I'm saying I'm on Xhaka's case.
No. I'm on Xhaka's case
because the manager's telling Leno to do that.
Wait. Are they Arsenal players?
Yeah, Arsenal players.
Oh no, it's Xhaka's fault.
No.
Just get it out. Just get it out.
Just wait.
Oh.
It's Xhaka's. It's both of their faults, and what I mean by that is when the ball's played into Xhaka, as you're playing the pass, you tell him first time it goes. The fact that he doesn't. Then Xhaka then takes a touch. That's then when it's Xhaka's fault, right?
Maybe because even with Xhaka taking a touch there, I'm like...
No, but look, right? Look at David Luiz's position.
Yeah.
He's not helping him at all.
No, David Luiz ain't.
Right, so...
I think he's shouting for him, though. Cedric's telling him go there.
No, he is, but then if you look, the touch that he makes takes it back, which then puts it in the path
you just go
where
back
Chris Wood is. So you either go back to the keeper or you swing your foot and it just goes. It doesn't matter where it goes. And this is what I'm saying, and this isn't a dig at Xhaka. It's on his weak foot.
That is mad.
It's Granit Xhaka. I mean, look.
Even the way he tried to do it, because he's not trying to dink it.
Look at that position. He's trying to make that pass. Look at that position.
You know what he's tried to do? He's tried to whip it in rather than dink it. He's not even tried to get his foot under the ball. The execution of the pass is wrong. It's just here's Granit Xhaka at his weaker side.
I hear your point. Awful.
I hear your point still. I do, because if that's me on my left foot, I'm probably, I'm going back to the keeper. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going back to the keeper. I hear you in it. But this is a typical Arsenal goal to concede. Look, he's tried to curl it. He's legit tried to curl it.
As well. You know what I don't get about this whole situation?
He tried to curl it.
See, one thing I will say as well.
Look.
Just go, what are the Arsenal players doing? You know when you split your centre-backs?
Yeah.
You don't split them that far.
Is what it is. But yeah, the controversy continued in this game. Like I said, it was a good game as well. It was like good to watch. And if Arsenal finished their chances, different conversation.
If Arsenal didn't make mistakes, different conversation.
That is true as well. That is very true.
You know what's sick though? I'm not gonna lie. You know, as much as I watched it, I watched this match and I was watching Arsenal do their thing. But you know what Arsenal look like? They look like a good rubbish team.
Go on, elaborate.
Because they didn't look like a superior team to Burnley.
Yeah, stop. Keep going.
You just look like Arsenal to me. Just look like a Macca team who just got some better transfers in that last window. Because when I'm watching them, they didn't, even though they have the players, on paper, it's almost like they didn't have anything to win the match. And this is why they always go back to VAR. It's like, no, these men have got Wood up front and that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wood up front. You got Aubameyang. You've got Saka on your left wing. They've got McNeil. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, they've got whoever, Hendrick's gone from there now. I don't even know who played Goodmanson on their right wing. You got £80 million Pepe. Do you get what I'm saying? And you're worried about VAR. This is why I cannot take Arsenal fans seriously, because until they realise that their team is just not good enough, please don't talk about anyone else's team. Your team, your manager, is just not good enough.
So here's the thing, right? Is Liverpool against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Firmino goes to dink a ball. Kante handballs it. It's a blatant handball, right?
Yeah.
Bad VAR decision.
Yeah.
That's not the reason we lost that game.
Exactly.
The reason we lost that game because we weren't good enough.
This is what I'm trying to say. They don't seem to realise that if you have to check this one out. So I'm going to put it. If you're playing a football match, and there's nothing tactically or even mentally that you can do to affect that game, and you have to rely on something that is outside of what you can do as a manager, you're relying on that to win you a game. That's terrible.
But it's like, so here's the point that I want to make specifically. So you look at and the reason why I keep going back to Klopp is because it's what I know.
Yeah.
If you look at Klopp when he first came into Liverpool, he didn't make us play out from the back because we didn't have the personnel and the players to play out from the back. You look at this Arsenal team, Xhaka isn't good enough, right? Cedric isn't good enough to play out from the back with.
None of their defence is good enough.
David Luiz, a few years ago, could have when he was at Chelsea, but not anymore.
No.
Right? You then look at...
Even with David Luiz, you'd have to have him next to someone absolutely
exactly,
certified.
but it's like Leno. Like, Leno's not an Edison. Leno's not an Allison. Like, you don't trust him to play out from the back. And this is the point that I'm trying to make is you've got to know your players.
Exactly. See, this is the thing. Ollie can clearly identify, and I'll go to Ollie because I'm a United fan, but Ollie can clearly identify that he has 3 fast forwards. Oh, I know. I'll try and counter-attack. He identifies that well. He has... See, without pressure, he has 2 very good ball-playing centre-backs. But what he's not realising is that counts for nothing because the whole system of what you're doing of passing out for the back is going to be under pressure.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying? So whether they're good on the ball without pressure, because guess what? I don't know who can be bad as a professional footballer on the ball without... If you're bad on the ball without pressure as a pro, you just shouldn't be a pro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you know what the mad thing is? And it's like, I've seen some Arsenal fans basically turning around and saying that, well, Pep Guardiola did it when he first came in because that's the style of play he wanted to play. That's fine. Pep Guardiola also knew he was going to spend 500 million on players to make it better.
And that's exactly what he did the next thingy. You man
Arsenal
don't have those
haven't got that
credentials.
luxury.
You don't have the facilities, big man. You know what I'm
don't
saying?
have the facilities for that big man. But yeah, to this, how this wasn't given as handball, I don't know. This looked like, the still shot of this, he looks like he's playing basketball. That is a basket, like, you look like you trying to stop Steph Curry throwing up a 2-pointer or something like that.
Play it again.
This is crazy. How you watch this back? And I as soon as from the first replay, I said, fam, look, His arm goes towards the ball. Look. How is that not giving us handball?
Do you know why?
Do you
know why it's not?
How do VAR? How do you see that? I'd be in the studio at Stockley Park or wherever.
I'll tell you right now.
I'd be like, that is not handball.
Do you know
How
why?
do you not see it? His arm? Not only is it high, he goes towards the ball.
Do you know why?
Yeah,
They don't know. They don't know what version of the rules they're using.
Exactly.
I honestly believe that. This is why I'm saying, go to Italy. Go and get Pierluigi Collina. Go and get me Uriah Rennie. Go and get me all these men who are ex-referees now sat at home. BT have their own one.
BT have their
have their own referee.
Yeah.
How can the referees not have their own referee? That doesn't make sense. You get what I'm saying?
Where they've shot themselves in the foot specifically is, yes, the rule wasn't good enough at the beginning of the season. You've set a precedent.
Yes.
You continue with it until the end of the season. Yeah. And then you evaluate it.
You know what I mean? You know when someone said to me the rule changed halfway through the season? You know what my first thing was? How is that fair?
That is not fair.
How?
These man changed it halfway.
How can you change the rule? Bro, if you change the rule during one match, I'm coming for you. If I'm playing in this match, a man go, oh yeah, all of a sudden handball means this now. So sorry, what was the handball in the first 5 minutes about then, mate? I'm knocking you out because you're taking the mick. You get what I'm saying? I can't. Me as a footballer, if I'm being told the rule's been changed halfway through a season, so what does that mean for these matches before this rule was changed? So clearly, the people who are doing these rule changes have no clue about the sport because they don't see how it will affect in the long run. Well, that's why it should never, like Stroll said, it shouldn't be changed. If you've got this rule, keep it to the end of the season.
And then change it at
the end.
Because what it does is, one, it just leaves yourself open for criticism. Secondly, it just creates a mess. And thirdly, it creates a point where people don't know. And they're confused by it. Referees are confused by it. Players are confused by it. You're just creating a whirlwind of just issues to sort out at the end of the season. When all you've got to do is just, you've gone with that, you hold the L, you go to the end of the season, you reevaluate, and you make it better.
See, right? I ain't gonna lie. You see, if that was me on the pitch, even if I'm Pepe right now, and I did that, and I'm actually gonna be like, "What is it?" Do you get what I'm saying? As much as I'm asking for it, even though in the back of my mind, I'll probably be like,
how is he not giving that? Strike by Peters. Like, I seen how that wasn't given is mad. Strike by Peters as well. That's quite a good strike. And like I said, this game had everything. Chris Wood should score there.
Ball, you know, go
back. Should score there. He should score.
All right then. You see?
the Xhaka one you're going to go to, innit?
That is this type of pass Xhaka should have done first time. Innit?
Even with taking the touch, I get your point. Yeah. To be a professional footballer should make that pass.
That's the type of thing you should have done first time, because look how this guy's positioned. If he takes a touch, he gets closed down.
I get your point. Saying? Yeah, I get your point. Chris Wood should bury that. Missed chances in this game. Arsenal had two. The Pepe one we're going to get onto, but the Saka one, but that's awful.
He just showing you why he plays up front for New Zealand, fam. That's what he just showing you. Chris Wood, he plays for New Zealand, fam.
He played for New Zealand.
He just showing you why he's a New Zealand striker, fam.
You're a fool, you know.
You get me done.
That Pepe one, though.
See, this is what I'm saying. And you know what the maddest about him is? That's not the first time I've seen him do that.
Oh yeah, he's done this plenty of time. Look at
that exact miss kick.
How you miss kicking up like that is. This game was riddled with mistakes and that. You are right. These are two good rubbish teams.
This is what I'm trying to say. That's your thing now. I'm telling you, no disrespect to Arsenal, you know, because you know what, believe it or not, people, Arsenal, the actual real Arsenal and that, with all the Frenchmen and that, hold a very special place in my heart. Canu and them, man, all them. Perez, you know what I'm saying? Perez, Wiltord, Youngberg, all these man used to, that was those were my guys, even though they were the ops. Yeah, they were my guys. I
respected the ops.
I respected them.
Yeah,
I envied them. I always, in the back of my mind, I would have had Thierry Henry over Van Nistelrooy. I'm old enough to admit it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? I'm old enough to admit it now.
At the time, I was all about
I'm old enough to admit it now. It's took about 15, 20 years. You can hear my voice breaking a bit. But what I would say is,
these men are too good rubbish.
These are not. This is not Arsenal. This is not Arsenal. This is Arsenal.
Like, should Arsenal be above 10th? And it's like 10th might be where you are supposed to be.
Yo, I swear to you,
it might be where. No,
obviously. All right, then. No. Let's be really.
Okay.
Arsenal. Do you look at Arsenal and put Arsenal and Leeds together and go, Arsenal are way better than Leeds.
No,
you don't.
But if you think about it, let's put so you're talking
Villa.
about the big six. The 5 teams are above him, so that puts Arsenal in 6. I'd say Leicester are better than them,
Yes.
so that puts them in 7th. As for Everton in that category, that puts them in 8th. Are they better than Spurs?
No, not at all. Spurs win this next derby. Spurs are now the North London team. That's how I'm going.
You could argue they are. See that the fact that it's an argument or 8th on there, 8th on that. Maybe 10th is where they're supposed to be.
But this is what this is the thing about Arsenal. City are doing what they're supposed to, and I'm going to come on to the reason why in a second. Manchester United are doing what they're supposed to. Leicester doing what they're supposed to, right? Everton, Chelsea, Tottenham to an extent now. You all should be ahead of Liverpool considering how bad we've been this season and all the stuff that we've had going on. Arsenal aren't. That's not a coincidence.
Arsenal, as bad as Liverpool have been, they're still above Arsenal. Yeah.
It's true, yeah.
Because Manchester City should be where they are. Yeah. You should be where you are.
All right, then. No. This is where I'm going to absolutely destroy them. And I mean absolutely lay waste to them. Liverpool's 11, with all their injuries and everything, is still better than Arsenal's team. And I mean that I'm actually being serious.
That is a debate, and that's why I laugh when you said it. It is actually a debate. It's like if you take out,
it's not a debate.
It's not a debate.
No Van Dijk, no even Alisson, bro.
I'm trying to think Arsenal, because they ain't the best. Leno, decent goalkeeper. Gabriel's decent. I do rate Tierney. The rest of him not so much. Your Bellerins and Cedrics. Partey, even though he's been injured, Xhaka and El Neni.
Nah, I think Partey's a fraud.
We're going to get onto that at a later date.
He's a Jemba Rebo.
Smith Rowe's decent.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's English. Smith Rowe is a bog standard player. Smith Rowe is like if you put Dwight McNeil in a better team.
Jesus.
All right. I'm telling you, bro.
I'm telling you. I hear you. The hype can get to you when you hear something enough. I hear what I've not seen enough.
This guy's so good that he's got you where? If you're that good, how can you have all these good players but be 10th? This is
a
what
manager thing, though.
Bro.
Yeah, you said this. That's why I'm asking.
I told you this guy is dead food,
because I was the one who was in here talking about Arteta. But yeah,
he's dead food.
Is it more the managers? Is it more
no,
the players?
it's everything. That's just them.
That's just them. That's just Arsenal being.
You know what it's like? All right, then. It's like me saying, it's like if someone's in a relationship and they're like, oh, you know what? I love this girl, yeah, but she does my head in and she can't cook and she don't do this and she don't. It's like, well, leave it then, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
She's making you unhappy. Yeah.
You're not even unhappy. Man said, I love her, but you know, one man, but it's like, well, go on.
So you're talking to my heart here.
You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I'm trying to say.
You're talking to my heart here, relax in it. Relax, you're hella triggered in there.
This is.
I feel like you're talking to man. You're hella triggered in that. Man's, go on.
This is what I'm trying to say. Arsenal, you know what Arsenal fans are? Arsenal fans are like people who are in those crappy relationships, but they stay because.
Because of.
Yeah. And they can't tell you what the because is, you know.
Yeah.
You know, just because, innit?
Just because, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got what you're saying.
You man are Arsenal fans just because. You know, Henry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even like Wenger. You can't tell me you Arsenal fans because of Wenger half is because you don't like Wenger.
No, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I get your point.
Like, really and truly now, when you look at where Arsenal are, it's where they deserve to be. Arsenal are where they are. All right, then. Just pause this. Yeah. Look. That's an £80 million finish. You man want to slate Maguire when he does what he does. That's what £80 million has got used.
In terms of a winger.
He looks like he's dancing, fam. He looks like he's dancing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, yeah.
If man told me tomorrow, take that ball away and tell me tomorrow I see my sons doing that in the living room and they tell me that's called a jiggy. You know what I'm saying? It's the new dance on Instagram, the jiggy. That's what my man looks like he's doing.
I get your point. West Ham are a goal up as well to Leeds.
No, all right,
Chelsea
West Ham.
as well.
West Ham?
Yeah.
See,
West Ham do have a better side.
What Arsenal fans need to realise? Lingard. See? What Arsenal
Jesse Lingard.
You know what Arsenal fans need to realise? They need to realise, honestly, and this is me being real. Arsenal fans, talk to me. I'm being 100 with you right now. You might like this Tierney kid. I don't rate him, yeah?
You rate Tierney? Okay.
No, not at all. No, sorry, not at all. Is very strong. He's just a good player. Okay. See, nowadays, you know, if you're a good player, you're something special, bro. How many good players were there back in the day who were just good?
Yeah, I get your point.
Do you know what I'm saying? No one was singing their praises, bro. You were just good. Okay, man, shook your hand. You did what you did. Man loved you and that. You know what I'm saying? You were just good. That's it. You know what I'm saying? When you really look at, this is how I honestly feel about Arsenal's team. If you take away Saka, Aubameyang, and Partey, you man are getting relegated. I don't give a damn what anyone
You're
says.
in a relegation battle because that's with Aubameyang and Saka. That's your goals gun. So it's like where the goals coming from? Who's scoring enough goals? I don't think they'll get relegated, but I think
I honestly think they, mentally. Just look at that from Zach. That's your captain.
Yeah, he's the example.
Do you understand what I'm saying? As much as Maguire's our captain, we have other leaders. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Other quality as well.
He's the example.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this one. This game was so action-packed. That's actually that's great defending. Because as soon as that happened, I said, I'm bored, he've won this. That is phenomenal defending. Phenomenal defending. Not this one. They didn't even show it back. I can't remember who was on the line, but that's phenomenal because his shoulders, that is ridiculously good to lean on that. That is exceptional. Yeah, this game literally had everything, but Pepe can't really do much more there. I'm not going to get onto him for that. But yeah, Arsenal had more than enough chances to win this game. They did.
You know where they went wrong for me? When he was doing that Aubameyang left wing thing, I feel like you took a bit of his strikerness out of him. I swear down. You see with strikers, it's instinct and that.
Yeah.
See, if I take you out of your surroundings, you're unable to do your instincts. So even though he scored him that goal, you probably get more goals out of Aubameyang if he's played up front for a season.
I get your point.
Once you start pulling him off to the wing and all of that, and he's got to think about this and that. Nah, man. He's your only goal scorer. Why do you need to put him on the wing, bro?
And more to the point,
who are you putting him on the wing for? You didn't even put him on the wing for someone better than him.
It was Eddie Els and Nketiah.
But like, we've not gone back 15 years when Henry first came from Juventus and he was a left winger and then he was converted. That fairy tale's not there anymore.
Yeah, man.
So it just makes no sense.
Man's already the finished product. He's already the finished product as a striker. Why are you trying
You build the team around him.
Yeah. He's not lost pace or anything where you need to start changing him. You know what I'm saying? There's certain man lose attributes due to age, and you have to. You know what I'm saying?
I get your point.
He's not even done that, so it's like, what are you changing him for?
I get your point. I hear you. I get your point. Moving on to the next game I want to talk about is Spurs. The momentum stays 4-1. 4-1. Where is it? Am I looking? Oh, yeah, 4-1. There we go. Just clicking on the highlights, people. But yeah, 4-1 against Crystal Palace.
Oh, I hate this advert, by the way.
Harry Kane and Gareth Bale masterclass. I don't even know what it is for today enough.
Can I just... I need to address something about this game.
All right, let's go.
Please go.
Well, I'm going to let the highlights run, but go.
At no point is Bale's form a Mourinho masterclass in man management.
I know. Terrible.
Go on, elaborate on it.
At no point is it.
If anything, it's Mourinho's fault you've not seen this earlier in the season, you idiots.
Yeah, because they should have been beaten. They've had this attacking threat. It's not like somebody came back.
I'm just going to have to... Side note, Mourinho gets claimed for bare masterclasses, you know. Because it's like... I see a man trying to attribute all his wrongdoings to Mourinho, and it's like, 1 second, Mourinho went because he was this dead. He's now gone to Tottenham, and they're worse than they were before they had him. Do you get what I'm saying? So as much as man want to give me all this Mourinho, no, bro, this guy is an absolute dinosaur. He's a dinosaur simply because everything what's going good for you is now. You've already had.
So good headed by
you, man, already had these, man. You know, you've not just bought Bale in January.
That's my point.
You've not just bought Ali in January.
This is how you know 2021's mad, yeah. Benteke is going headers like that.
Yeah, that's a great off. Look at that. Look at the leap. Great header. Good.
You know what? He's back in the goals, isn't he? He could be vital for Palace. You know.
I don't think they'll get relegated anyway.
No, I just mean, you know, just to get yourself up the table, and you know what I'm saying.
I hear your point.
With them type of teams, because I don't think they've got much to thingy for. I think it's more a momentum thing.
Yeah.
Let's finish the season as high as we can.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, type of thing. But like all of this you're seeing from Bale now. Sorry, this guy said Bale weren't good enough about a month ago. About a month ago.
Saying he wasn't training right and all these types of things. Yeah,
Ali was a problem as well. Come on, man. Wake up, smell the coffee. Take out the names, insert player names here. You're right, Man United.
What a finish this
That's a hit. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
You know one thing I'm thinking about Kane now?
Mourinho.
He's doing this.
That's Harry Kane.
Yeah. Them things there is Bale. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We said this though. We spoke in depth about them when they played West Ham, even though they lost. Their attacking talent is there. Use it.
I think there's a space up for grabs for England up front. You know.
Well, you don't think Kane's got it?
No, I think Kane's got it. I think it might even be Kane behind someone. I think it might be Kane behind the centre because I don't think he's got the legs to do the running anymore.
You already know my wild take on the England team, so you know.
I think there's a spot
wild
for grabs.
take. I just went hella attacking in it. Let's just go kamikaze in
To
it.
be fair, the legendary moment when we're talking about England teams is when Bill tried to say 4-4-2 with Chris Kirkwood was like, what are you talking about?
Bro, I'm telling you right now. Trent on the right, maybe not this Trent.
Go ahead.
Wan-Bissaka can just defend. I'm telling you, bro. With Kane and all them, man. I'm telling you, okay.
My team's wild and your team's more wild than mine. And that.
Right, wait.
Your team is small and mine is hella wild.
What's your team?
So my team, I think I had Pope. I went 4-3-3 in it. So I was like, it was like, I think, it was Pope in goal, right back, Lamptey, centre backs, Stones, and what's his face from Everton? Is it Godfrey or Holgate? Godfrey. That's the one. I always forget. We said Saka. Nah, who's the better one? Godfrey. Yeah, Godfrey's the better.
The bigger one, innit?
Yeah, the bigger one.
Yeah, Godfrey.
Sorry, people, innit? My memory's terrible. Yeah, Godfrey. Left back, I would have went Saka. Who was my midfielder? Rice. You get me? As the holding midfielder. 2 8s. I just play Foden and Grealish. Front three are Sterling, Kane, and Sancho. Just go for it, man. Hella attacking, fam. You know what I'm saying? That's cold. Tell me that's not cold in an attacking sense.
Right.
That's cold.
See, this is why I don't man to even listen to mine. Listen to what I'm saying, bro.
In an attacking sense, yeah, Foden and Grealish in midfield, supplying Sancho, Sterling, and Kane.
That's mad. Do you understand we're playing Croatia?
That's mad. You know what I'm saying? All right, what's your team going, innit? Let's go.
All I'm saying is Modric, Brozovic, and Kovacic.
Yo, we just going toe to toe, man. We just going toe to toe, man.
And what? Just hope we don't have to defend.
Yeah, just win games 5-6.
Yeah, I think
6-5 and that. Yeah, man. I'm on that show.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I can't remember my team. I just remember Saka and Wan-Bissaka and
Yeah, your team was mad because you were like 4-4-2 and I don't think there was any wide players. I don't know if there was. I think it was.
You know what? I'll remix it now. Yeah. So Pope and them, man, in that and that. Don't want to see
Pickford
anywhere near the
my
country
team,
where
man.
the tournament.
My team is kamikaze, man. You know how many goals we'd score?
How many goals we concede?
Yeah, but we'd win. Let's go with it. Yeah.
Bro, we won't get out of the group. Scotland will bag against us, fam.
Yeah, how many goals would we score with that lineup?
I don't know, bro.
Because we can't defend anyway. So we like, yo.
You do realise
go on.
You've got to have balance.
Yeah. I understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Because in order to attack, you've also got to have the stability of defending.
Man's literally, think about the defensive players on the pitch. You've literally
got 3. You get me?
You right back.
Right back, Lamptey. Yeah, we got 4. Outfield of 10. What? You know what I'm saying?
Lamptey ain't staying nowhere,
You've got 4.
You got 3. You literally got boiled rice.
Yeah, man.
Now you know what? He's not even boiled rice no more. I've been watching him all right. He's got a little bit better. All
right, so Palau rice then.
Yeah, you know it's that long grain rice.
Long grain rice slaps still. You know
what's the baggage one? There's a baggage one in that. Is the baggage rice in it? Yo, people in the comments, what's the dead rice from? Not the dead one, the all right one.
Yeah, go on. I think my team would slap.
Nah, you know what? All right, I'll go. Your team will get slapped. I'm gonna say Pope in there.
Yo, Foden and Grealish supplying that front.
You know what? Actually, mine's changed. I don't think Wan-Bissaka is down with the England thing no more.
All right, okay.
So Pope in there, yeah. Trent, Trabant. Nah, you know what? Not gonna lie, I'm not feeling Trent. You know, I think he's very sus defensively. That's why I put him on the right midfield. Yeah. I think Trent's very sus defensively. I think you get to an international tournament, bro. You got some.
So who's your fullback? I get what you're saying. So who's your right back?
Kyle Walker, bro.
All right, so let's say Kyle Walker, left back.
I'm gonna go with Shaw.
Okay, 2 centre backs.
I'm scared of Chilwell.
All right, two centre backs. Scary, not Saka at left back now, but go on 2 centre backs.
2 centre backs. I'm gonna go.
All right, have a think about it.
I'm gonna go Godders. Yeah.
Go Godfrey.
And Pebbles. Yeah.
All right.
Stones.
Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Check this. I'm gonna go. Man, I'm gonna laugh right now, but this is why I'm gonna go.
Go on.
I'm gonna go boiled rice and Henderson. Simply because I don't think that defense is good enough.
I don't think that's why I'm trying to outscore everybody in that. Straight shootout.
No, I respect that more than that.
Yours is mad. Because you know what yours is? Yours is just like FIFA against your little cousin.
Let's just go for it.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he knows the foundation's not that great.
Yeah,
man. So he's putting something in place.
So he's sacrificing it. They got Rice there. You get me? Lamptey's good defensively.
I'm lying.
Go on.
Shaw's not left back. It's Saka. Do you know
See,
why?
That's why I said
No, hear me. Do you know why?
Go on.
Because mine can transition. Because Thingy can become a third centre back in it. You know, Walker.
Rice. Oh,
Walker, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So Walker can become my third centre back. So I don't need my 2 DMs now. Yeah.
All right. So you got Rice and
So
what's your
I'm
midfield?
going Rice.
Yeah, Foden and Grealish. You're on that.
Nah.
Of course you are.
Hear me? I'm gonna blow your mind.
Go on. Here we go.
I can't even see it.
Go on. Go on.
I can't see it. My mouth's up with
Go on.
Mason Mount
So Mountain who?
and Rice, bro.
So
Kind of
you're
brethren.
going Mount Rice, and who's the other one? You need a third. Are you playing 2 CMs?
No,
you're going
these ain't
4-4-2
CMs.
in it.
These ain't CMs.
I forgot you're going 4-4-2 in it.
Yeah.
Oh, you wilding, yo. You think I'm wilding? You playing Mount and Rice in a 4-4-2.
Yeah. And then
Who's your left midfielder or right midfielder?
left mid.
Yeah.
Grealish.
Okay. All right. And right mid who?
My right mid, watch this.
Foden.
Out the park. No. Folds
Go
his
on.
bench. Folds his bench.
How you going to bench Foden?
Nah, there's too many man ahead.
Alright,
Folds his impact.
All right, go on then.
Folds his impact, and third game he starts.
All right, go on then.
Yeah.
Right mid, go on.
This guy's dying over here.
Yeah, strong. I can't believe you say this, yo.
Look like we made him in again. I'm gonna say right mid.
Yeah.
Sancho.
You're playing Sancho.
Jadon.
So your flat four is Grealish, Mount, Rice, and Sancho.
Yo, it's not that much, you know.
Who's your 2 strikers?
Yo, think about what I'm saying. It's not that much, you know.
Who's your 2 strikers?
My 2 strikers are. See, I'm at a crossroads here. It's obviously Kane, isn't it?
But you know what we're gonna do, which is a great thing. We're gonna put this out to a vote. I'm gonna put it on my Twitters. I'm gonna put it on Facebook and Instagram. We're gonna pitch my team versus your team, yeah. And we're gonna ask the people who they think's team's better and which team would win out of ours and which team's better. But yeah, go on, continue.
Yo, man, I'm bringing my.
I'm saying my team's better in it because I think Stroll's on my side, and that tells you what I need to know.
I don't know what's up with him.
I'm gonna just say this, right?
I'm gonna say. No, yeah. I'm saying it with chest. I'm going to say Rashford and Kane. I was going to say Sterling. If this was last season, I'd probably no, because Sterling was on point and Rashford was on point. I think Rashford's having a better goal scoring season. Yeah, and I don't want Sterling to catch too many more flames, but he catches their flames in the England.
Okay, go.
So I'm going to say Rashford.
Yeah,
I think mine's just very malleable. You know what I'm saying?
So you're playing 4-4-2. So just it is Pope in goal, Kyle Walker, Saka at left back, Kyle Walker at right back. Centre mids with Stones and was it Maguire? Who was it?
Centre back.
Sorry, yeah.
Or Pebbles and Gods, fam.
Yeah, so Godfrey. See, you picked 3 of my back 4, but it's cool, innit? You know what I'm saying? That like it's not right. 4 of my back 5 and that.
Transition.
Then your midfield, flat 4 people. It's midfield. Grealish left midfield, not left wing, left midfield. Sancho,
man,
right midfield.
We're bringing it back.
Mount and Rice in central midfield, and then 2 strikers. Or is it Sterling? Not Sterling. Is it Rashford off Kane or Kane off Rashford? Is it Kane off Rashford?
It's Kane off Rashford.
All right, cool.
And it's interchangeable.
Okay, all right.
And at any time, Grealish can become the 10 and Rashford become the left winger. You know what that madness
become
is?
a 10 in a 4-4-2, so who's playing left mid?
It's malleable, fam. You know what I'm saying?
All right, cool.
It's like Play-Doh.
Yo, give us your team in it.
Yo, now watch this real manager. Now man's going to be talking all tactics, throwing takers and that.
First and foremost, I just
throwing takers.
Yeah, go on.
If you two put a poll out of which team would win out of yours two, football loses.
We putting that poll out. We putting that poll together and that. We putting it out.
Hold on.
We putting the poll
My
together.
team's fire, bro.
My team's better. I'll do him in midfield. And that.
Who?
Foden and Grealish.
Oh, this
with
guy,
Rice.
bro, you're looking to get 9-0 than that.
With Sancho and Grealish as your midfield, as your wingers and that. They're going to be having to trap back.
No,
they're going to have to.
They got Saka and Walker, bro. Yeah,
they're 2 offensive fullbacks too, yo.
Exactly.
At least I had Lamptey. You know what I'm saying?
Lamptey's attacking as hell, bro. This guy's a wing back. He's not even a right back. He's a wing back.
I might have to switch it to. Do I switch it to Basaka? I might switch it to Basaka for
some
defensive stability.
Basaka, man. He's Congolese now.
So, all right, go on.
If you look at England's players that are available and that are going to be available,
I know, man.
You cannot
go on
approach it in the way that you two will try to approach it.
Mine's all right, bro. His is kamikaze. Mine's at least got a little.
Yours,
I'm on the kamikaze vibe. What's wrong with mine? Go on, tell me.
Yours is absolutely wild.
Is terrible.
Yeah, it's wild. That's what it is.
Yours
kamikaze.
You know what yours is, bro? Yours is literally like.
You have a shot. We have a shot.
Nah, yours is like what I would do if it's 1-1 and it's 85 minutes. That is what my team would look like if I had those options.
All right. So the goalkeeper's calm. We picked 3 out of the same back 4. You know what I'm saying? Me and you.
Right,
He's only right back that's changed.
Yeah.
And at least I've got three midfielders.
Yo, pass me that ball. Let me show you what mine can do.
Just,
Pass me the ball.
just wait a second. Right, I have issues with both the right backs.
Yeah, go on. What's the issues with both right back?
Lamptey
Yeah.
is an attacking right back. What he's talking about?
He's attacking still.
Wait. Kyle Walker is one of the worst right backs in international football I've seen.
But this is why. No.
This is great,
Kyle
yo.
Walker in mine is just a 6.
All right, okay.
Right,
He's a
let me show you what mine can do. Yeah.
I can't.
We got the 11. All right, you show yours. I'm gonna show
So,
mine.
look.
Innit? We're just doing the tactics board as well.
So,
People
right.
learn with it. All right.
4-4-2 and them
Cool,
things
let's
there.
go.
Yeah.
All right.
See, this is why. When I say 4-4-2 as well, my wingers are narrow. Right?
That's mine. Look at that. That's solid.
Wait a second. I have a problem straight away.
That is
His
solid.
or mine?
Yours.
Mine.
Yeah,
That is
because
solid.
Wait, because you're playing Jadon Sancho and you're making him play narrow.
Narrow. Not narrow. Narrow.
See?
Than usual.
Mine
But wait.
bangs. Mine slaps.
You'll see what mine does in a minute. Yeah? So this is mine.
Mine slaps, yo.
This is mine. Boom. This is how we start the match, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Match is flowing now. Okay. You know what? Bonnet, I'm taking the game to you.
Mm-hmm.
No. Stroll nose, fam. Watch. This guy, I bet you this guy teaches this for his next match. Yeah? So look, here's what happened with Saka now.
Go on.
Saka goes, yeah, I'm not an Arsenal no more. Safe. Yeah? He hits left mid.
Right, okay.
I'm describing it. Mid.
Okay, yeah.
Walker goes, you know what, mate? Yeah, I'm coming back in. These men look lonely. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, what do you have? You have this man here. This is Mr. Boiled.
I've got Rice in mine as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Boiled here. This is Mount.
He's Palala in mine, but go on.
This is Mount, yeah?
Yeah.
This is Grealish.
Yeah.
See, mine's not too dissimilar to yours in terms of the transition. But then now look at this. Your man are thinking, how have you done that from a 4-4-2? That's how it works. Walker.
It actually makes kind of sense.
Walker. Yeah?
He's got a point still. The way the transition slaps, you know.
Transition is fire.
I don't
And
agree
you're
with
not
the
catching
person
me
now.
on the counter with
But
these three centre back.
Yeah, the transition slaps still.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So this is Walker, right centre back.
Yeah.
Starbones, centre back.
Mm.
Godfrey. Godfrey plays a little wing back, left back, right back thing. You know what I'm saying? Then we got Boiled here, yeah? This is based off this back here, this is based off a sweeper system. So really and truly, he should be there. Yeah? See, you might not even know about sweeper and that. This is based off an old school sweeper system. Yeah? In which Rice could possibly do the sweeper job, but he's not today because he's not that old yet. Yeah? So, this man right here as well is Rashford.
Right.
Or Kane. Yeah? When it's defensive, it's Rashford. When it's attacking, the 10's Kane.
Right.
So he can knock it on.
Yeah.
And he's through on goal. When he's through on goal, these two push up.
Yeah, I get what the left back and the right back. Who's that?
They're not the midfielders now.
The midfielders.
No, because remember Sancho. Sancho is still Sancho. Remember, bro. Sancho. Look, man. This is where he's not there yet. He's not there yet. This is why I am undefeated on Football Manager. Yeah. Sancho is the right mid. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Saka is the left mid.
Oh.
See now how they push.
Oh,
yeah. No. You man are not ready, you know.
Yeah.
I'm revolutionizing football right now.
You're really not, but
I am, man. Trust me, bro. Because watch what happens now. Attack me. Going on. Going on, mate.
I got too many players on the pitch to hurt, though. That's what it is. Right. I have too many in it.
Mine is too malleable.
I have too many. I got five.
My formation has just been 3 formations in one match.
I only need that one in that. I got 5. You get what I'm saying? I got 5 match winners.
Nah, you know what? All jokes aside, you know who I want to see back for this tournament?
Go on, who?
And I think we'll have the major chance.
Who?
Vardy. We don't really have a fast centre forward. You know, lightning speed. Like obviously Rashford's fast, Sancho's fast, Sterling's fast,
but they don't play through the middle. Like
So
we went completely off topic.
With ease, these are the 2 systems I would play with 2 different sets of personnel because it's England and the players that we have. So we'll start off with the 3 at the back: Pope, Trent, Godfrey, Stones, Harry Maguire because he plays on the left.
Yeah, he is going to play.
You would then play Luke Shaw. especially in the form that he's in, because he's got the relationship with Harry Maguire.
Form still.
I just want the Saka for the.
Yeah, I get you. That's why Saka was
no, we want to really attack.
Yeah, man. Saka.
But saying that, he would be good on the bench.
Because I'm playing Trent, you have to play Henderson next to him. So when he goes there, he goes there. Right? Declan Rice. Yeah. You can put Mason Mount there if needed, depending on the game.
Yeah.
Jack Grealish for me has to start.
Okay.
Yes.
Kane, Rashford. So or you can go Kane, Sterling.
So in yours, no Sterling, no Sancho.
Because the impact Sancho, I'm talking like this is just for certain games defensively. This is the defensive.
Okay.
Switch it. Pope, as we know.
Nah, that's my formation,
no, it's not. That is a 4-2-3-1. That is a 4-2-3-1. Yeah. Or you can switch it and just go a flat 4-3-3. But the reason I've done that is because I want Grealish in the number 10.
Okay.
Behind Harry Kane.
Yeah.
You go Sancho to the right. You go Sterling, Rashford to the left. You go Luke Shaw. You go Maguire. You go Stones. Even Godfrey. That's the issue, depending on the form.
Yeah. I get your point.
I would not go Walker. And at the moment, I probably wouldn't go Trent. So it's just a case of...
I prefer your second formation more than the first.
I'd go Walker over Trent. For me, Trent for me is...
International. Just on a side note, the international content we're going to get is going to be so good.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to talking about this.
But here's
this England conversation.
But specifically, here's the thing with this midfield. You can do the 2 holding and the 1.
Yeah.
You can go a flat 3.
Yeah.
You can go the 1 pivot and the 2 either side.
Yeah, I get your point. Yeah.
You know what it is?
Trust me. That's transition.
Nah, I get what you're saying. I'm feeling it, but you see what it is? It's Trent, fam. It worries me.
This is why I said that's the problem.
I honestly think if you come, all right, I'll put it to you like this: if we play any sort of respected nation,
they're going to target.
They will target
the biggest issue England have got, and this is the fact that Gomez isn't fit and isn't going to be fit. Because if you have that Liverpool triangle there, that covers Trent.
I get your point.
You've got a valid point because you've got Gomez with the pace, and he's played next to Trent, so he knows what his attributes are like. He knows what his patterns of play are like. He knows when he's going to go forward, so he knows positionally where he needs to be. Henderson's exactly the same thing. When that goes forward, Henderson can just slot in. It's a back 4 anyway.
You know, one thing I'd say about, because I think this might be even something that's held Liverpool back too much. You've literally got 3 men there who are compensating. No, 2 men who are compensating. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get your point.
That for me is a bit too much in an international team. And for that to happen, for that to make sense in happening, Trent's output would have to be amazing. To have 2 man covering you, I'm expecting assist from you every game now.
I get your point.
You've got to giving
you the best possible platform to succeed.
You've got to impact that game in such a way.
And I think that's why Klopp's done it, because we've seen at Liverpool, he's impacted the games very well.
That's what I mean. But now he's getting a bit found out. So this is where you've got to now. I think as young as he is, he might even have to reinvent himself already, you know.
Well,
in terms of becoming a better defender.
Yes, he needs to learn how to. Do
you get what I mean?
The same way we'll get on Wan-Bissaka's case, he needs to get better going forward.
This is
to go better defensively.
Where people get
Trent
at Wan-Bissaka
defensively. Yeah.
See where people get at Wan-Bissaka. One thing I'll say about Wan-Bissaka is what he actually needs to do, he can do very well. Most of Trent's attributes are extras for his position.
I get your point.
Do you get what I'm saying? I want first and foremost, Wan-Bissaka needs to be a good right back.
Yeah.
And he needs to actually be good at crossing, not exceptional.
Yeah.
Because he's probably not going to be delivering all your crosses all game. Do you get what I'm saying?
So
for me, I'm telling you right now, if Thingy comes out as English tomorrow, he has to be the nailed on right back.
Who's this?
Wan-Bissaka. I'm telling you, if you go to any tournament with Wan-Bissaka as your right back, you're putting fear in left wingers. I don't care.
Yeah, of course, because they're not getting any change out of him.
Yes, don't get me wrong, but a certain man, like, I'll enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? There's certain
the challenge.
Yes, but I'm telling you, not many will. Because, look, all right then, look how good Sterling has been in the past few years. Sterling has literally came against Wan-Bissaka every time and he gets shut down, literally and mentally. Like I even seen a few yesterday where it's like Sterling gets the ball and he's just no, say that. You know what I'm saying? Straight away, he's got the ball on the left. Give it right back. We give it straight back to whoever passed it to him. Because he's saying, I don't want that. I'm telling you right now, if we play Italy and they have an Insigne against the Trent, danger. Croatia, Perisic. Perisic will be absolutely licking his lips, Ronaldinho style in that clip. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people. All right, then I'll put it to you like this. Check this one out. I'm gonna murder this one. Do you think Robertson? Do you think Andy Robertson, when he's playing for Scotland, they're saying, "Yo, lads, give it me down this left side"?
Yeah, going for Trent. Yeah, oh yeah, they're gonna come up against each other. It's a possibility.
Give it me. I will do him for you. Ooh. I know him. I know what he can and can't do.
Yeah, that's a point.
Do you get what I'm saying? For me, you have to remember, like, Trent, don't get me wrong, Trent is an exceptional player. Is he an exceptional defender? No, he's actually not. Because what he actually does more time on the pitch.
West Ham 2-0 up as well, by the way.
What Trent does on the pitch more time is not defending. What Trent is most known for is not actually defending.
Yeah, it's going forward.
Do you get what I'm saying? What we have to remember is Cafu was an exceptional right back. Just that right-sided defender. He was exceptional at that. And he was exceptional going forward. Dani Alves the same. Do you get what I'm saying?
This is why I said, if you play Trent, the issue you're going to have is who goes inside as the centre-back and who plays to the left in terms of centre midfield. Which is why I said if you play Trent, Henderson has to be the one that's inside in the centre midfield, purely because of
relationship he knows.
And that's the point I'm trying to make. For me, the right back's the biggest issue England are going to have going into this.
It's funny when we say that, and it's literally our most stacked position.
Because it's
that's crazy.
No, but this is where because the issue is one, if you change it too much, you're gonna lose rhythm, you're gonna lose relationships, you know what I mean, and you're gonna cause issues there. If we go to a Croatia and it's too open, I don't think Trent gets enough help from Salah. I honestly don't, and this is why I'm saying if you're going to play him, you have to play Henderson there because Henderson goes over and helps with a double team. But the right back's the big decision in this England team, and it's going to be fascinating to see what he does because he will live and die by that decision.
You know what the maddest thing is as well when you really look at it. If we didn't have the wealth of wingers, you could actually probably argue that Trent probably plays in a 3-5-2 right wing back, and it's his nailed on throughout the tournament.
Yeah, of course.
But the fact that we've got your Sterling, Sancho, Rashford, Grealish now thrown in that conversation, you can throw Foden in there positionally. Right. Do you get what I'm saying? It's almost like we've got too much of a wealth of wingers there to leave them out. Unless we could go with a kind of Chelsea formation where they have the two off the striker and the wing back.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at here. So Chelsea did win 2-0 today. It's a great result for them. Ben Godfrey, OG, and a penalty from Jorginho.
Yeah, but that's... Sorry to interrupt. You see that system? You've seen me. That's what I play.
Yeah, I hear that.
That's my go-to for games that I manage. That system.
3-4-2-1.
Yeah.
Or the 3-4-3.
I go 3-4-3.
Yeah, 3-4-3. I like that because I play centre mid. So when I play for Stroh's team, I get bare help in there and that. So yeah, Stroh, I might have to have a conversation with you and that. That suits me down to a T in centre mid and that. The more help in there, the better. Treat me like Trent, yo. Assist, man, innit? You know what I'm saying? Have people in there to help me in the middle of the park. But on to Chelsea on a good run. Tuchel's getting a tune out of them. You can see there that they've got it up on here as Kai Havertz was playing as the false nine. And then
it was actually. People were saying it online.
Yeah, and then he had Reece James, Alonso's your wing backs, Jorginho, Kovacic, then Aspilicueta, and then the second best Danish centre back in West London and Christensen, Zuma, and then Mendy in goal. So he's getting a tune out of them.
You know what? One thing I say about Christensen, he just seems like he's like forever young. Like he's been around for like a very long time. How old is he?
He is born in 96. So that makes him 27? No, 24. What am I talking about? 27. 24.
Wow, he's been about... when was he? He's been about for time then. He must have been playing for Chelsea at like 18, 17.
Let's check his stats then.
He's been playing for Chelsea for years, bro.
Can't believe Lewis Scott's talking about this guy, but here we are. He was at Chelsea 2013.
Yeah, 7 years.
And then he went to Mönchengladbach for 2 years on a loan deal.
7 years ago. I won't even say 8 years ago now, actually.
Yeah,
16. Yeah, Chelsea since he's 16.
2014, which is, he's been there a long time. Been there a long time, is what it is. But yeah, we'll just run through some more results. So you can see Chelsea getting results. They've moved
theirs finished now?
Yeah, theirs is finished 2-0.
Okay.
Finished, gone up to 4th in the table also.
Own goal and Jorginho penalty.
Apparently it was, people are saying it should have been Havertz's or something. The first one.
No, it should have been Havertz.
No.
Definitely.
And West Ham 2-0 up against Leeds. So it looks like top with Lingard and Chris Dawson. The West Ham lineup. Fabianski, Kufel, Dawson, Diop, Cresswell, Souček, Rice, Fornals, Lingard, Benrahma, Antonio.
Do you know what the funny thing is?
It's mad when we did the Everton comparison, how I just look at their team and I'm like, that is just Everton.
Yeah, because you can name it personnel, player for player.
Like we did.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing as well. It's mad when you think about the last time we won at the Etihad. Who was our 10?
Lingard.
Was it Lingard?
The only difference yesterday was Lingard and who else was it?
Was it James or Martial?
No, James and Martial both started.
Bruno.
No, Bruno was for Lingard.
Bruno
there was
for
another, basically another. Only two differences was Bruno for Lingard and someone for someone else, but I can't remember.
Probably Matic played. It might have been one of McTominay or Fred, maybe.
Yes.
Oh, Fred played well, so it might have been McTominay. I get your point. But yeah, West Ham winning. So it looks like they're going to close that out, but you never know with the Premier League.
You know, one thing I would say about Lingard as well, I'm very excited to see him for us next season because surely
does he get moved though?
No. I don't think. For me, it would be foolish to sell him whilst we have what we have. Because for me, right now, in the back of all his head, he must be saying to himself, "Could have done with him."
Yeah, of course.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Of course, like you've seen what he's done, the impact he's had at West Ham.
And what I would say is it's no different from when he was flying. That is
him for us when he was in his form.
Flying Lingard.
But you know what it's like as soon as a player has a bad season or a bad run of form or he's finished, get rid of him. You know what it's like.
No, but here's the thing. This is my big this is
last part
as much as the criticisms of Oli I have, this is the biggest one. When players are in a bad time, you're not able to pull them out. You're not able to even look like you want to, or you're trying to pull them out. There's no effort in that sense. You're just big up
Fahad, he said, yo, Rants brought me here. United transfers, Martial is getting back in form. Let's not waste money on a striker. We need a right winger, centre back and CDM. Rice or Zakari, Sancho or Rafinha, Kunde of around 150 million. Big up to you. Salute to my guy Rants also. Yeah, man. That's the way he said it all in capital letters as well, innit? I'm saying, but it goes to appreciate you crossing over. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Fahad, and that's everyone else. If you're new to Pi Radio from a Fair Eye View, subscribe to the channel. Also subscribe to Sarcasm City TV. Good and talk from the Arsenal. So the Arsenal boys are going live, obviously talking the Jacob mistake and also the North London derby.
Cam will have a lot to say about that.
Yeah. I'm a tune in like a fan and that because I know Cam gonna be big mad about that. 9:30 on Sarcasm City TV. But yo, love to everyone who has locked in, much appreciated. This has been from, I know we went off on an England tangent, but this has been from a Fair Eye View on Pi Radio. We'll be back. We're here every Monday, 7 p.m.